Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Big Pat Sports Talk. Pat's having a little bit of technical difficulties at the moment, and he's working on that. But we're all going to bring you some play-by-play, talk a little football, little Giants. The Cardinals and the Rams are playing right now, and they've already had the kickoff. So here comes Kyler Murray out onto the field. I'm going to take the Rams in this one. I think McVay's going to come in here. This is a division game, and they're going to
sacked by Aaron Donald.
No, I didn't see that yet, so don't ruin it for me. And Murray takes the snap and does get sacked. Back to the 19, there's a flag on the play. So that might be a holding. But that's what I'm expecting out of this Rams team tonight. I mean, that first play right there, that's going to set the tone for this defense. And with Aaron Donald doing that, he's been quiet the last couple of weeks. Yep, he's going to be holding on the offense. So that's going to be declined. So it's going to be 2nd down and 16. That was a 6-yard loss. I mean, Donald just pushed that guy right into Murray and shrugged him off. And, yeah, that was a damn good play. I expect this defense to come out here and show everybody what they got. I want to thank everybody for being here. Big Play Slay, Wales, what's up? Murray's in the shotgun. Empty backfield, takes a snap. He's looking over the middle. They're blowing the whistle. Play dead. And this is going to be a false start on the offense. So we're going to set them back even more. I'm showing Kingsbury right now. So back-to-back penalties for the Arizona Cardinals. So now it's going to be, 2nd and 21? Yep, 2nd and 21 now for the Cardinals. They're just getting driven back. Murray hasn't played for the 3 weeks he was out. Did play last week. Had a pretty good game, but this team's showing a little bit of rust right now. Hopefully they can break through that. Murray in the shotgun, going to hand off and try a little draw up the middle. They're going to gain a good chunky yardage out to the 27-yard line. So that's going to be 3rd down and manageable here. 3rd down and 8, we'll say. Von Miller and Aaron Donald on that Rams defensive front 4. Let's see if they can get pressure. Murray empty, takes the snap, looks over the middle, wants to throws over the middle, and that is caught for a 1st down and a couple more out to the 41-yard line. That was made by Ertz. Hey, Slay, what's good?
What up, Joe? What up, Pat?
That was nice, man. Rams are showing zone, and Ertz just sat down in that coverage. All right, so 1st down after that big debacle on the first 2 plays. Murray's going to be under center here. 2 wide receivers, heavy formation, receiver or running back in the back. Going to hand off to the running back, go up the middle, and gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2nd down and 10. Hey, there's Pat.
I'm rooting for my guy, Zach Ertz, today. It don't matter if he's not on my team.
All right. It's not flickering or anything in your screen, is it?
No, not flickering, not yet. I'm not seeing it. It looks good.
All right.
Yo, where are you at right now? Where are you at right now?
What's your timestamp, Joe?
12:24. They're just running another play right now.
I'm
It was 2nd.
I'm gonna help you.
I guess I'll call the Rams tonight. You call the Cardinals.
Okay. All right, so it's going to be 3rd down and 2 here for the Cardinals after that play. Cardinals offense is starting to get rolling here pretty good. I was kind of worried about them first couple of plays. I'm not going to lie. But they seem to get back on track here, moving the ball. They're almost to midfield right now, so 3rd down and 3. 1 running back, tight end, 3 wide receiver set. Murray shotgun takes the snap, looks right, throws, and that is caught for a 1st down. And he breaks a tackle, and he's down to the 36-yard line of the Rams.
AJ Green.
Yeah,
moving the ball.
It's the AJ Green.
Mr. Reliable.
What a nice route right there. Nice little timing route.
They're in their end zone or red zone.
Yeah, Rams are going to have to do something here, man. You give up a 2nd and 21 to a first down. Ooh, that's in trouble. Murray shotgun, low snap, takes the handoff. He's going to roll to his right, throw it back out of bounds. That was a wild play.
Yeah, he didn't have his guy there.
No, that was, I don't know what the heck they were trying there.
Yeah.
Blue City Empire Sports, what is good? He says, breaking news. Ian Rappaport said that Joe Judge will be back as the New York Giants head coach and said that John Mara sees Joe Judge as Bill Parcells and Bill Belichick. Yes, I saw that. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on one of the breaks, man.
Right. 2nd and 10 here for Murray. Shotgun, takes a snap. He's dropping back, looks right, throws down the sideline, has a man, misses him over his head.
He had him.
3rd and 10.
He had him wide open. Just couldn't hit him.
Yeah, I got a very unpopular opinion about that.
You do?
Yeah, I do. A lot of people don't like what I say about Joe Judge coming back.
Murray empty, takes his low snap again. He's looking, throws deep down the middle. Oh, he missed him. He had him for a touchdown.
Yeah.
That was a touchdown, man.
Had him for a touchdown. He missed his last 2 wide open receivers right there.
Yep, 4th and 10.
That's a problem with this height.
Ooh, AJ Green looked like the old AJ Green on that one.
Yeah.
Right. Well, they're going to probably come out here and try a 51, 52-yard field goal here.
Yeah. Great video.
Oh, man, the defender fell down. He was wide open.
Yeah.
All right, so from the 43-yard line here, Matt Prater is going to try a long field goal. 63 field goals from 50-plus yards. 53-yard attempt is up and good.
Right down the center.
Cardinals come out 3-0 in the first quarter, 10:58 to go. And we go to commercial break.
Great video earlier.
I think that was Blue City who reported that. Ian Rappaport said Joe Judge will be back.
Yeah, Blue City.
Let's get into it, man. We can hold our call in the game for a second.
Right.
I believe that's the best decision for this franchise right now, as far as Joe Judge coming back. I know a lot of people are mad because of the way his first 2 seasons have gone. He has only 10 victories and 20 tries. That's bad. That's not 500. That's under 5. That's actually 25%. But like I told you guys the other day, this man has nobody that he's brought to this team of his own. The players that he has brought to this team, that he's drafted and that he's brought to this team, are actually doing exactly what he wants them to do. They're disciplined, they play to the whistle, and they give full effort. And we have to stop firing coaches after 2 seasons. We have to stop doing that. Reason is because no franchise, name one franchise that has gotten it right when they kept firing coach after coach after coach after coach after coach before 15 to 20 years.
Just at that point, Pat, the Jets gave Adam Gase, 3-4 years?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you have to do, man.
Right. You have to let the bad apples weed themselves out. All the players that are not going on schedule to what his plan is, you have to let him weed those guys out. The Lorenzo Carters, the Zimenez's, the Hernandez's, the Solders, the Billy Prices. Those guys he has to weed out. And once he gets those guys weeded out, then he can bring it in his own system. And then now let's get a fair evaluation of him. Now he has the coaches that he wants. He didn't want Jason Garrett. He didn't want Jason Garrett last year. I believe Jason Garrett was forced upon him. I don't know if he had the power to fire him last year. If he did, I'm quite sure he would have fired him. So something that he's done in his organization, that he's got the what do you call that, the green light to do what he wants to do.
Right.
So something happened in between the beginning of the season to week 9 where he got the green light to fire Jason Garrett. Was it pressure of the fans on John Mara? Was it Tish? A lot of people think it was Tish. Who knows what happened to where he got the green light to do what he wanted to do with Jason Garrett? Because if you wanted to fire him that bad, he would have did it last year. So something held him back from doing that.
Yep.
So we need to I say give him 2 more years. Unless next year is this abysmal, I say give him another year and let him get 2 full drafts of the players that he wants. And let him get 2 free agencies of the player that he wants. Because if they get him and sign anybody in free agency that he didn't want, and it gets to that 3rd year, he can get out of all those contracts because they get him and allowed it to be like that.
Yep.
So if he doesn't want a Galladay, he can get out the Galladay contract after next year.
Okay.
If he doesn't want a Dory Jackson, he can get out the Dory Jackson contract after next year. If he doesn't want Leonard Williams, he can get out the Leonard Williams contract the next year. I think Leonard Williams is one of his guys. But you have to let it run course. Like if you come into a shitstorm, there's no way you're gonna make it heaven within 2 years unless you just strike lightning in a bottle and it's just something just happens magically. That normally doesn't happen. Is he on the caliber of a Bill Belichick that can do that? No. But who is on the caliber of a Bill Belichick? Name how many coaches are Bill Belichick's.
I can get close. I can get close, but not Bill. I mean, because you could say Andy Reid is a great coach.
Yeah, Andy. Like I said, name in that realm of Mike Tomlin, Andy Reid,
right.
Bill Belichick.
And then if you want to go back, the 49ers had some great coaches. You know, you have to really go back.
Yeah, you have to go back, but I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, there isn't any.
Right now.
There isn't any. None available.
You want to say John Harbaugh? I mean, yeah, exactly. That would be available. No. So you want to keep hiring these new hot coaches that's on the market, the new hottest offensive coordinator. The offense had a good season for a good team for a year or 2, and now you want to make him the head coach. What's that going to do? Oh, you want to hire the hot new guys let's hire Eric Bieniemy and ruin their careers as soon before they even get started. You really think Eric Bieniemy can come over here and save this franchise? What coach besides a Bill Belichick, a John Harbaugh, or Andy Reid that can come over here and save this franchise?
Maybe Sean Payton.
Well, to add to Pat's point, okay, do you really think if the Jets are firing a coach every year or 2 that Saleh would take that job? No, because Adam Gase got 3-4 years of security. And that's why Saleh said, I'm going to get at least some time to try to build my team.
Yeah, I mean, so you mean to tell me that he has 3, if you want to call it, he has 3 generations of players on this team. The leftovers from Ben McAdoo, the leftovers from Pat Sherman, and the little bit of guys he has sprinkled in and out of this team.
And from 2 GMs.
Right, 2 GMs. 2 GMs of work. What do you expect this guy to do?
All right, I'm back. My fire alarm was going off.
Okay.
Am I disappointed? Am I disappointed that we're 4-10 now?
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. But I'm thinking the long game. You guys are thinking short term. You just want your pound of flesh. And getting your pound of flesh, what's that going to do afterwards? You saw what happened with Jason Garrett. And now, don't get it twisted. I do believe he was a problem. I do believe he was a big problem. But the offense looks even worse without Jason Garrett here. True enough, Daniel Jones got hurt. So we really don't know what it could be with Daniel Jones in there. But the offense hasn't just turned around just like that just because Jason Garrett was fired. It takes time. Everything's not going to be fixed in two damn months. Oh, just because you hire a new coach, now we're going to the playoffs. No, that doesn't work like that most of the time. 9 times out of 10, it's not going to work like that. It's just not.
You know, and I get everybody why everyone's upset because we've really been bad since our last Super Bowl run. We have been that 11-6 season. I really can't count that.
Coach, I can't count it either.
You know, so when you play bad football and you're a bad team, this is what fans do. They want change because they're tired of seeing bad football, bad progress. But you know, guys, I don't know how else to put it outside of what Pat just said. I mean, he hit the nail right on the head for me. Stability is the biggest key to getting GMs, the top of the line GMs. Stability is the key to getting the great coaches and their coordinators. That's Coach Dante. What is good? Tudo. Thanks everybody for joining us, Jay. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to roll just a little while longer. But you know what? If Judge stays here and is the guy that turns this around, y'all are going to be really happy. If we win 9, 10, 11 games next year, you guys are going to be ecstatic, and that's a possibility. Hey, Kay, what's good?
Hey,
What's good?
Pat.
Yeah.
Just
I
stop
just
in
wanna
to say what's up real fast. I got my wandering minds at 9, so just stopping in to say what's up.
Yep, I just wanted to say, great video earlier, Pat. But I was gonna ask you for the Giants fans here, and I kind of know what Joe has on this. If Peyton goes to the Giants, would y'all want that?
No. I want to stick with Joe Judge another year.
Wow.
Talking about Sean Payton?
Yeah.
Now, it just depends. What are we giving up to get him? Because you're going to have to give up something to get him unless he just gets out of his contract with the Saints. And I'll be honest with you, I'm probably one of the only coaches I would accept that coming in brand new is Sean Payton, because I know what he brings and I know what he's about. But it still goes to, I don't think even Sean Payton coming in here next year, I don't think we're a playoff team. I just don't. Not because of how the drafting has been, and with us firing these coaches back to back like that. Remember, we went from Tom Coughlin, Pat Sherman, and McAdoo in 5 years. That's 3 coaches in 5 years. So that's not even an average of 2 years per coach. And if you really want to go into it, we've had 4 coaches in the past 6 years.
Hey, Jags just fired Urban Meyer, too.
What?
What?
Urban Meyer's done. He just got fired. Just now.
I figured that was happening.
Yeah, Urban
I
Meyer's
figured that was
now
happening
no
too.
longer the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. It just came across.
Hey,
We see that one coming.
one thing, New York Giants true fan 1. I'm very excited about the USFL coming back in April, because the Team Up Sports guys that you saw that was on the channel the other day,
Right.
I'm going to be on USFL rosters.
Nice.
So we'll be calling USFL games this April when it comes in.
Oh,
If anybody wants to join,
I'd like to jump in with you on that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If anybody wants to join, you can. I mean, you'll see TJ Edwards, Galladay, Cavante Turpin. It's going to be fun, man. I'm going to be able to call the guys that we're actually working for, man, trying to get them these guys their NFL contracts.
No.
So they will. All of them are in a workout for the USFL. I think we go to California at the end of next month to go to the workout. They're pretty much in. All they have to do is just go to the workout and show out, and they're in.
I'm
Hey,
going to do what Hit Squad just said too, man.
It-
Congratulations, bro.
Where'd you get that source
Congratulations,
from?
Pat.
Okay. I don't see it.
It was just tweeted by Rappaport.
Oh shit! I'm gonna go there then.
Yeah, it was just sweet. Yeah, no lie. Yes,
Yeah,
Coach. They just made a video about it on YouTube about Urban Meyer just getting fired.
Yep. So that's gonna be dope, man. I'm gonna be able to call our actual athletes, man. I'm gonna be able to call their games.
Nice.
Congrats, bro.
Joel, if you want to join me, please do.
I would love to.
And we may be able to get some interviews with them after the game. So
Hey, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Getting to see guys on TV play a football game and then interact with them. I'd love to do that, man. I would love to do that.
yeah, I'm trying to build something
That's
for us,
so
Big Ble Krew.
Appreciate it.
That's gonna, man. I'm excited, man. I'm maybe more excited than what they are.
Right. It's nice
But,
when you see kids get chances and stuff like that, Pat. Damn it. There's only so many positions on an NFL team, and they have to, that's a business, unfortunately.
Maybe one of them's a Giant. Then maybe the Giants sign him.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe we could see them on the Giants later on after they get in the USFL and retune and redefine their positions and skills, and then they start balling out. I kind of hope that that's what it is it turns into an NFL summer league.
I can't wait to see.
That's what the plan is for it.
Is it? Nice.
Yeah, that's what the plan is for it. We're actually after the USFL, we're trying to get it with the NFL where we can get some workout scheduled for them. We've been actually in talks with the New York Giants with the head scout that's there now, Jeremiah. And we were trying to get Galladay and Turpin a workout, but it didn't, Giant scouting. So I think Turpin would be an excellent kick returner, punt returner for us right now. And you see how our receivers have been dropping. I think he could be a valued receiver for us. I think he's better than Slayton.
Who's number 6 on the punt? Who's number 6?
James Conner.
That's Conner.
Oh, that's Connor. I forgot.
Yeah.
It is confusing with the running backs being number 6.
Right.
Oh yeah, Joe. Are you happy about my mock draft?
No, I am not. Karlaftis is a reach at 6.
Listen, it don't even matter who will reach at this point. If they have to be the best player,
I got his Neil. I got a.
I'm telling you,
you
Joe.
should have got Neil
sometimes
and Linderbaum
reaches
because
always
if you
works
don't
out
have
for
a stout,
teams.
if you don't have a stout center and guard position,
What a play! What a pass!
you can't run. Murray
I was
shotgun.
on the spot, Joel. I was
Well,
Hey,
wide
you
receiver
guys have
spot.
a great stream, man. I will
You
catch
too,
you all
AK.
later.
Deep
All
over
right.
the middle, complete the
See you later,
Connor
Pat.
down to the 5-yard line, 1st and goal.
I'm telling you, Joe. I'm telling you, man. Korloftis, he's gonna boost he's gonna boost at the combine.
Listen,
I don't give a damn how much he boosts up. He's not
He gonna
Aiden
boost up.
Hutchinson and he's not Thibodeau.
He's not gonna be
Have
better
an
than them,
offensive
but he's
lineman.
damn sure good.
I'd rather have an offensive lineman than what Karlaftis brings. If I'm taking an edge rusher, he has to be the premium of the premium edge rusher.
Yep.
And if those two guys are gone, either I'm trading back or I'm taking my 2 offensive linemen right there. That's the way it has to be, unless Joe Judge goes in free agency and gets himself some linemen. And I still think you take 2 offensive linemen right there because they're young and you let them build together. So
exactly.
I want 2 offensive linemen in this draft if we can't get Hutchinson or Thibodeau.
Without a good center, your quarterback does not have a pocket to step up into. Without a good center, you do not have an inside running game. And if Joe Judge wants to be the ground and pounder that we've been talking about, you've got to have an all-star center. And if we get a new quarterback, we got a rookie center that's going to learn the offense next year and help out a rookie quarterback. That's a key position on an offensive line is the center. Everyone says, oh, well, we got the bookends, but if they're getting pushed up the middle from guys like Aaron Donald, whatever, and some of these other elite defensive linemen, if that push is coming up the center, it's not doing your quarterback any good. Oh, great, he can roll to the left and roll to the right, but these guys are so damn fast now that unless your quarterback is 4'4", he can't outrun them.
Interception.
Pick off in the end zone by the Rams, return back to like the 35. That was a terrible pass by Kyler Murray. Right there.
He had arch in the back of the end zone too.
Sorry, Pat.
That was a good pick.
Back to what, man, we can talk Giants the whole time. I mean, this is going to be a good game, but if you want to talk Giants, let's talk Giants, man.
I didn't know how you wanted to roll. I mean, there is Giants news breaking, but
yeah, I mean,
I like
Williams is probably done for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
he got hurt. Kadarius Toney is now on the COVID list.
The second straight time.
I like the Monte Sanders pick, Pat. That Monte Sanders pick was good.
Hey, yo, Joe. All we gotta do is get rid of Shepard, and the curse is gone.
Well,
it's that boat photo.
Well, you know what, guys, the way Pat's been talking and everything, I've really been thinking. And, you know, we're seeing Nate Solder out there a lot. We're asking why.
Yeah,
we're seeing some of these.
That earlier.
We seen that, you know, we're seeing players out there on the field, and we don't know why we're seeing these guys on the field. Bring in the youth, bring in the depth. Let's just take this into consideration for a minute. It's just another thought. You know how I try to think outside the box, and that's all this is. Pat brought up a good point where you get the guys on the field and you let them weed themselves out. Judge has a game plan. He really, I truly believe that, seeing what's going on now at the end of the season and everything. And if he's putting these guys on film and then they say, well, I want to come back or this or that, or, look, Judge could go up to Shepard and say, look, you're not available all the time. I don't want to pay you $10 million anymore. I will give you 4, or I'm going to trade you. You're not available. You're not on the field. I got it on film, my guy. That's a bargaining chip. Let's say the new GM comes in. Let's say it's Abrams. Well, let's say it is Riddick. Judge has these guys on tape showing their performance, how they're doing, available. Slayton, this is what I'm going to do for you. Okay, if you want to come back and be a Giant, I'm going to give you a 1-year prove-it deal for $1.5 million. Look, this is your film. You're dropping balls. You're not running the right routes. What's going on? And then when he wants his coaches to come in, when he starts getting his players in his schemes, he's going to pull up that film and say, yo, coach, what are you doing here? What are you teaching these guys? Look, I got to find somebody that can actually teach these guys. I don't want you no more. I gave you a chance. I gave you a shot. I gave you your at bat. You're gone. You're going to see a hell of a turnover this year. I just got a feeling.
I think you're going to see a major turnover this year, and there's going to be some people that you like, damn. I think that will happen. I really do. And that goes for coaches, too. A whole bunch of coaches might be gone. Who knows?
Might be. Daniel Jones is gone. Barkley's gone. But the only guy you can really, the only Giant you can hang your hat on next year might be Andrew Thomas. Might be.
I'm really not worried about him.
I'm just saying.
I mean, it really wouldn't surprise me if most of them is out the team.
What I will say is, the people that you want to see, he may be saving them until next year.
Yeah.
That's the only logical thing I could actually come up with. He may be saving him to next year. Isaiah Wilson, he may be saving him to next year because you never know. He might have a whole new offensive line scheme.
Right.
He might have a whole new offensive line scheme next year. Yeah, Leo stays.
Yeah, probably because of his contract. But the third year, he might be gone.
I want Leo, bro. He's my favorite player.
I just saying, man, don't get attached to anybody right now. I love Daniel Jones. He might be gone.
Listen,
it's a high possibility it could, bro.
Listen,
Man.
If that man wants his own quarterback,
thing is, I'm not drafting a quarterback.
We might.
It all depends.
Is it really worth it though?
And
all depends.
Is it really worth drafting a quarterback?
All depends on what he does in free agency.
Right.
If he does enough on that offensive line in free agency and he feels comfortable with the free agents that he got in those positions, and he can draft a quarterback and then get an offensive lineman with that second pick, he may do it.
I don't know about you guys.
It just depends on what quarterback that he likes. I don't think Joe Judge likes any quarterbacks in this draft, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I even talked about it I did a video, 3 possibilities for the Giants first round, and I added this just because I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling we're going to take a safety or a corner. I just don't know why.
Yeah, Ojulari would stay, Roche would stay, but you know what? It's not going to surprise me if Dexter Lawrence isn't on the trade block.
Yep. It wouldn't surprise me if Dexter Lawrence is on the trade block.
Exactly.
At this point, everybody's like trade.
Xavier McKinney would probably stay.
Mm-hmm.
But can you really expect Julian Love to stay?
Maybe not.
If Bradbury's gone, Logan Ryan is gone, and Jabril Peppers is gone, we might have to take TV.
Hey, Logan, if they go on, so is Blake Martinez.
Look, we talk about the previous coaching. All right, let's look at Shermer and Betcher just 2 years ago. All right, do you see what they did to this defense and this team with all those guys they were bringing in?
Mm-hmm.
They literally weeded out just about everybody. and brought in ex-Cardinals. Weeded out the whole defense. Uh-huh.
Lou, I know what he's doing. He's crazy. Acting
Oh, I know.
He's
Bruh.
talking about.
I know. Hey, look
Darius
at
Slayton won't be back next year.
Listen, you know what? If John Mara is saying, I believe that Joe Judge is the next Belichick or Parcells,
I don't believe that.
No, listen, Jaden.
I
Listen.
wore my hoodie in
Listen.
Right.
Listen.
I'm about to mute some people.
If he thinks that, maybe Joe Judge is going to start getting some more control. Maybe Mara's going to stop saying, okay, I need to be less involved and let my staff do this. You know, I like what Judge is doing. I like the players he's drafted. You know, maybe Tisch went to Mara and said, you know what? We are a crap show. But you know what? Like Pat said, Judge, I like the guys you're bringing in, and I can see what you're trying to do. These guys are a little bit smarter than we think. You know, Tisch and Mara have been around football for a long time. You know, it is what it is. But right now, with Mara stepping up the confidence and giving Judge that kind of kudos from him coming out and saying that, because we all know how the media is going to react to that, and they're going to try to crush him.
Right.
But he's like, I am not going to fire a coach every 2 years. We need some stability. Me and Pat been talking about that, and Mara finally come out and said that. Because if Mara was hitting the panic button, guess what? Judge would be gone this year. Gettleman would be gone this year. And everything would be blown up again. And now you're looking at a new GM and a new coach bringing in their players. So now we've got players on the roster from 3 GMs, 4 coaches, and there's no coercion whatsoever on this team. We are just a bunch of freaking high-priced guys that are going to go out there and collect a check.
We have some breaking news. Leonard Williams' elbow injury is probably season-ending.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, I said that earlier. He's probably done.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be up for the rest of the year.
And even if it was a season ending, I think he's probably done. They were like, just hang it up. The season.
Like I said, what to pay attention to right now is what Judge is going to do the minute the season ends.
This is going to be a very good offseason.
That's the case, then I guess we don't have to play Leo this year.
It's going to be a fun offseason to cover, man. It's going to be a fun offseason.
Look, I'm tired of losing King Tone too, man. But you know what? What I'm looking at right now is change. I'm seeing change. You know, maybe Jones is getting benched for the season because we're tired of him going out there getting crushed. Maybe he is on the trade block. We're going to find out, and we're going to see some different players, some different coaches, and you will start seeing results.
Hey, can we get wins?
Well, that's going to follow.
Man, man. Like I said, everybody wants the immediate results. It doesn't matter about getting wins right now. I tell you what, you get wins right now, it takes you out of damn draft position. To be honest with you, I'm not saying tank. I'm saying go out there and try to get a win if you can, but I'm not mad if they lose.
Especially against division rivals.
I know what this team is what it's about already, man. This team has not been built correctly. And it's like we have no foundation. I forgot who said it, but that's the correct thing. We have no foundation to stand on. We're just adding a bunch of players, hoping they go out there and make something happen with no foundation. It's really no leadership on the field. Let's be real with you.
Right.
We have who's the leader on offense? I mean, Daniel Jones goes out there and plays his heart out, but it's not really a guy that you say that's going to lead the team and pick up the team. He's not that type guy.
Right.
He's the type of guy that's just a tough cookie. He's just like how Eli was. Eli wasn't the extreme leader of the Giants. It was Michael Strahan. But guess what? Eli did it with his play. That's why they loved him. That's why they followed him, because he went out there and he won the game for him when you kept giving him opportunities, and he finally took it home for you. So that's how he earned the team's respect. If you guys tucking them, man, Eli hardly didn't say a damn thing on that damn team. He just went out there and played.
Just like Justin Herbert right now.
I mean, you can be a leader like that. You know?
Yes.
You can go out
by
there
example.
And just lead. You can just lead by example. but we don't give Daniel Jones a chance to lead by example because the only example he sees is getting put on his ass because his linemen are on the ass. So maybe he can't be the leader that he can be because he's not allowed to. Who knows?
Yes, touchdown, OBJ. I needed that fantasy point.
Right.
Lou.
Why you say it like that?
Well, I needed fantasy points.
But I mean, I think the first order of business for Joe Judge when he finally gets control, which I think will happen after this year, because I'm not really counting these last 4 games because this season's really over with. But when he has a full control of an off season in the draft, let's see what he does. You know? Oh well, Slay, I got a request, bro. Tudo ask it happens, bro.
I'm going at you anyway.
Oh.
All right, Tudo ass, man. But
Right.
I mean,
Yo, Miz, what's good?
Yo, Miz, I love the new video, my guy.
Right. Score 7-3 now.
Yep.
And one of my
man, I can't wait to see what he does this offseason because either he's gonna get defense in the offseason or he's gonna go offense in the offseason. And what I mean by that, either he's gonna get himself some good linebackers or something in this offseason, or he's gonna get some veteran offensive linemen. And it gives you a little bit of room. Say if he does need to draft a DB because he's gonna, I think he's gonna get rid of Bradbury. I honestly truly believe he's gonna get rid of Bradbury. Because he's shown, I mean, there's no reason why I'm gonna pay you like a top corner if you're still getting beat.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but in one of my possible mock drafts, in one of my drafts, I had the Giants trading back and taking the Kobe Dean.
Have you ever seen me do a mock draft on my channel?
No.
There's a reason for that. It's a crapshoot. Guessing what these guys want because there's always there's that one team that throws a tit right in the ringer and and it blows everybody's draft out of the water.
It's fun though.
It is, but we know what we need. We know what we need in the first round.
I had us taking Linderbaum and the Kobe Dean and getting a first round pick next year. I traded back and then took Dean.
Yeah, I think I did a pretty good one. It's not going to be as good as the first one. But I think some people are going to watch the second one. The second one is pretty good too. I did 2 trades in it. Hopefully we can get. I'm like Joe's idea too of trading back. If we could trade back and still get a premium offensive lineman with that first pick, I'm down for it.
Slay, if you're gonna talk shit to the man, say it on stream. Don't be a coward and say it in the chat.
I mean, I've seen Linderbaum mocked all the way down to 19th. So look, I mean, if Denver wants to come up and grab their quarterback, you know what? I'm going to trade, get a second this year and get a first next year.
Yeah, if we go back that far to like 15, 16, we would get a second. We would get a first round pick from them this year and their first next year. Probably a second round pick either this year or next year as well.
And that's where if Karlaftis is on the board, if Linderbaum's not there, that would be a good
That's
grab.
when I would take Karlaftis.
But there's also a couple inside linebackers too that would be good in that spot too. The one kid from Georgia, the kid from Utah.
We definitely need.
So there is. Look, guys, I understand that a lot of people don't like to trade down and think that we need to use those, but you know what? We got a position of need at value. There's 4 guys that are probably going to be there, and we get a first round pick and another second round pick to get interior offensive linemen, to get another right tackle, to stock up. So with our two second rounds, let's say we go O-line. So if that first one is Neal and then we trade down the second one to Denver, we get that inside linebacker because let's not forget Ojulari fell, McKinney fell. Somebody always falls out of that draft. And if he's sitting there, we got the ammunition to grab him too.
Yeah, exactly. And then Miz says, then trade one of our top picks to go back. We'll end up with 15 picks in this draft. I think they'll get a lot of capital for next year because I think you're only allowed to have 10 picks before your compensatory picks. But I will say this, if we do trade back, hopefully, we could get one of those top offensive linemen with that first pick. Say if we're picking at 5 and somebody wants to go up to 4 from like 15 to 4, that's a lot of draft capital to go from 15 to 4.
Yes, it is.
That's usually 2 first-round picks, a third pick, second pick the next year. It's going to be a lot to jump up that high. So say if they jump up to 4 and they take a quarterback, somebody like Evan Neal is still there. I take Evan Neal right there with the 5th pick. Yeah. And then whoever is the best available, linebacker, DB, another lineman, edge, whatever is available at that number 15 pick, that's what I choose, who's highest on my board between what we need. So, I mean, we got a lot of options, and hopefully he does have full control. I want the guy to get full control. I know a lot of people, he sucks and all this. I want him to get full control. You know why? Because if he gets full control and he sucks, that means everything was on him. Yep. And now we can clear out everybody.
Yep.
Because a brand new, fresh start.
Yes. Yes, because
our best option is to blow every single thing up.
Giants fans, bro, on Twitter, man.
What?
Well,
and let me speak on that as well. How can you say somebody after 1 year was a total failure and he's ain't even had a full season with us yet? And look at what this team has been through this year.
Oh my God, they would have gotten rid of Strahan, Pat, because he wasn't dead his first year.
Strahan was terrible.
He was.
I mean, let's be real. Strahan was terrible his first year with us. If it's like that, then Eli was absolutely trash when we got number 4.
Right.
Because his first 2 years were terrible. Let's just be real. So if you sign a guy to free agency and his offense is inept as it is, and he's barely getting targets, what do you want him to do? Kenny Galladay has averaged about 3 targets a game. So you want him to get 15 touchdowns and over 1,000 yards, only about 60 targets throughout the whole year? Because either he was injured, which he's only been hurt for like 3-4 games, and when he does get in the game, we don't throw it to him.
Nope.
I mean, come on. Oh, he stole this amount of money. Man, get real, bro. Like, really.
Everybody,
CJ, what's going on? I ain't seen you in a while, CJ. Good to see you.
Oh my God, Peyton Manning would have been gone. Very good, Chris. Yeah, he would have been.
Peyton Manning was bad his first year.
They're 28 interceptions. 28.
Yeah, Andrew Thomas would have been gone, right? Everybody called Andrew Thomas a bust last year too, and now all of a sudden everybody's saying, "Man, he's the only lineman that we have."
Right?
But he was just a bust a year ago, right? On 2 bad feet last year, nobody knew.
Yep.
You didn't know until after the season. He said, Miz says, also times incorporate our past legends, let Banks and Sims, Strahan, including their input, let them be coaches. The kids will learn a lot. Called growing inspiration. First, I don't think Strahan will ever be a coach. He's a big mogul now.
Yep.
I don't know about Sims. Only one I actually think that actually wants to do it is Carl Banks. I think that's the only guy that actually wants to come back and do it. Maybe Sims, but I don't know.
No.
Aaron Rodgers didn't start until year 3, CJ.
No, true Giants fan. I haven't heard from Sunday. Kind of worried about her a little bit.
Yeah, me too. There's no way I can get in contact with her.
Me either.
Hopefully she's all right, because usually she's the first one in the stream before anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So
she loves her streams.
Going to be a good sight to see Sunday in the chat again. Whenever that happens, like I said, Most High be with her. I have been thinking about it. All right. He says Sims wants to be upper management in the organization. I mean, I will have to see. I'll have to go through some Sims interviews to see. I mean, really. No, nobody has. I don't have her number.
I don't have it either.
So I don't know. But I mean, if you want to say Galladay robbed $72 million, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because that's a lie right there in the first place, because he has to go through his whole contract to get the $72 million. So you can't rob what you don't have. He's only made about $13 million of that $72 million. So and what receiver is going to shine in this offense? What receiver is going to shine in this offense? Someone from New York Giants organization should listen to Big Boss Pat and Joe and fix this team to what really makes sense to get some wins. Thank you, Pat and Joe. Well said.
Thank you, man. And you know what? Hey, New York Giants organization, if you're listening, we'll do it for $100,000 each. We're cheap.
Right. Yeah.
That's not even better.
Listen to us.
Man, I'll do it for $100,000 in a heartbeat.
Right. I'd move. Shit.
Yo, Giants
facility every damn day. But he said, Miz says, I wait one more season on Galladay when we get a line and run game back. And that's what you do, because the third season you can get out his contract. That's the way it was made up. So say the second season, we got an offensive line and the run game is doing well, but we're throwing him the ball and he can't get open and he's dropping passes. Then it's like, okay, it's time to move on.
Miz, I'll do it for $5. I ain't that cheap, buddy.
Hey, Joe. The Giants could sign me up. I'm 15 minutes away from them.
I'll play defensive tackle, bro. I know I'm not going to get put on my ass like Danny Shelton all game.
Man, look, I don't think you're going to see too many guys like that on this team next year.
No, I think.
Danny Shelton is definitely out next year.
I saw Lorenzo Carter get pancaked by a tight end yesterday.
Yeah, also Reggie Ragland can get most by everybody.
No.
Reggie Ragland is not supposed to be in coverage.
You know,
Reggie Ragland might have been fast back in the 80s.
Flags. You know, you say Tate Crowder's Mr. Irrelevant, but you know what? The kid's been improving.
Yeah,
he has.
He has been improving. And you know what? He might be a little bit more than depth coming up next season. It all depends. But he's understanding that scheme that Graham's running, and he's really filling a nice position. Do I say I want him at linebacker 1? No. But he needs to work on his cover skills a little bit this offseason. But as far as tackling, shooting the gaps, I saw him blow some people up yesterday or Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, Miz says Pat has us getting a receiver from Ole Miss. What's his name? His name is Dontario Dawson.
Oh.
Yeah. Dontario Dawson. Dontario Drummond. Check this guy out, man. He's like a little version of Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk. I think that type of receiver will be dynamite in the system that Joe Judge wants to run. You want to run a heavy run system like that, getting a receiver that you could throw that ball on a short screen and he could break tackles and get first downs by running through people. That's the type of receivers you need. Go ahead, Joe.
Well, what I wanted to bring up is maybe, if we're run heavy, we need wide receivers that can block too, Pat.
Mm-hmm.
We don't, we watch Galladay miss blocks. We watch a lot of these receivers that we got right now missing blocks. And if they could have just held on to their block for another half a second, we've seen some plays where it would have been a really big gain. So, ball catching skills, route running's great, but damn it, we got to have somebody that can block for our wide receiver screens and some specialty plays.
So you just think about a person like Drummond on this team with Kadarius Toney out there. Those are two receivers that you could throw to in space and they can make something happen immediately. So a quick slant can turn into the house with a Toney. A quick slant with Drummond can turn in from 5 yards to 30 yards because he done broke a tackle off the safety that can't bring him down. And now we're getting that power run game going. Let's get the power run game back in New York, man.
I agree.
Seriously. I think that was one of the best things we actually had in the red zone.
Let me be the Titans, please.
Right. Because
let me have a run game like the Browns.
When those linebackers don't have to respect your run game in the red zone, it makes it that much easier to cover you.
Joe,
because they got everything underneath covered with zones now. Because those linebackers, they don't have to think anymore. They don't. Oh man, I got to get to this gap real fast, or it's going to be a touchdown.
Right.
They don't have to worry about that because the defensive line is in the backfield from height.
And let's be like the Patriots. Let's just run the football.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, let's line up. We're going to run it, stop us, and they can't. Exactly. That's what you want. That's what wins football games.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If the price is right with Blake Martinez, I think you bring him back because I think Blake Martinez and you get a defensive line, a defensive tackle that can bottle up that run like Thomason used to. That's what allowed Blake Martinez to have a Pro Bowl season.
Does anybody know if Martinez has already had his surgery with him being on the
He's
line?
been walking.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's walking. He's walking
He's
around.
good.
He's good.
He's
Okay.
He'll
Okay.
be
I
ready.
wasn't.
He'll be ready towards training camp.
Yeah. He said
Okay.
he's not in football shape yet, but he's getting in the gym and stuff.
Good. All right. So then the chances of him coming back. Has anybody heard anything on Nick Gates with that? Because I
walking.
know
He's
he
already
was in the
walking.
facility, but
He's not doing. He's walking and stuff, but it doesn't look like he's going to be playing anytime soon.
okay.
I don't see him coming back
That's
as
good.
he was.
At least he's
last
walking.
year.
At least he's walking. At least.
I don't see Nick Gates coming back.
I think hit squad. I think you do that with Blake Martinez because I think Blake Martinez is the type of linebacker Joe Judge likes. I really do believe so. That's why I want you to look at a guy called Leo Chanel from Wisconsin. Same type dude.
And
this dude
We got some
huge.
breaking news We got some breaking news. Spencer Rattler just got transferred to South Carolina.
Oh,
He's a Gamecock now, huh?
He's in.
Right.
Yep. Just came in 33 seconds ago.
But I want to.
But not only Martinez is good depth, guys. You know what? He's a hell of a teacher.
Yeah. But there's a linebacker that I like from Alabama.
I think Blake
Henry.
Martinez is your starter, though, Joe. I don't think he's depth.
Well, but I'm just saying, he's going to work with the younger kids and not shy them. And you know,
he won't. I think
Right.
he's done wonders for Tate Crowder. To be honest with you,
I do too, because Crowder's been improving week after week after week. I think they might be talking. That's why he was on the sidelines talking to the linebackers.
right? And I think Tate Crowder has
That's
well exceeded expectation.
That's somebody that is a definite leader that we're missing on this team this year. And if he's at least back on the sidelines and in the locker room, because his play before that injury definitely set an example for everybody else.
Before the season started, Tate Crowder was my breakout player of the year.
I don't really think Tate Crowder can flourish with Blake Martinez in there as well. Because with Blake Martinez starting and Tate Crowder coming in there, I feel comfortable.
Yes.
I feel comfortable. And then, like I say, you get a Leo Chanel or somebody like that in the 4th or 5th round, get another linebacker to where we can have a 3 middle linebacker set to where if Blake Martinez needs a rest, we're not scared to take him off the field. We got somebody that come in to fill that position. Let's get a blitzing linebacker, and that's what Leo Chanel is. He's a blitzing inside. That dude is downhill.
Right.
When I say that guy is downhill, he punishes people. 6'2", 260. That's old school middle linebacker side.
Right.
But huh?
I think the Dante Hightower type middle linebacker, that's what he wants. I think he wants to build this team like how the Patriots are built, but in his own little way. I don't think he wants to be exactly like Bill Belichick, but he wants traits of what Bill Belichick does. Let's be real, the shit works.
Well, that's also the biggest hindrance for Judge right now is because he is from the Patriots staff, and everyone likes to say that Patriots don't work out as head coaches. So he's fighting that rep too.
Yep.
There's a good linebacker from Alabama, Henry 2020 thing.
Yeah, I had him in my first mock draft.
I like him.
You could make him into a coverage linebacker and a blitzing linebacker. I would like him as well. I think he would be just like Tate Crowder is. I think he is a little bit more polished though. Than what Tate Crowder was.
Good. 10-3 Rams.
There's a defensive tackle that I like from UConn, Travis Jones. He's a really good.
Again, you might like him, but you got to think of scheme.
Yeah, but the thing
I'm just saying.
He's a really good run. He's a really good run stopper.
Because Carter coming out of Georgia was supposed to be a hot commodity. Zimenez, when he came out, was supposed to be a hot commodity. I mean, he went in the 3rd round. So when you look at guys, you can say you like them, but you have to look at scheme and what Joe Judge wants to do and what Patrick Graham wants to do on defense. Because Carter could probably go somewhere, be a 4-3 linebacker, and be damn good.
But the dude I'm talking
Okay,
about is
Lou.
he's like Dalvin Tomlinson, but like he's 6'6", 300-something pounds, but like he's
What's good, Lou?
really athletic.
Right. Hey, you know what? Great, great kid, but you got to look at scheme. Just because he's got size and doesn't mean that
You're right, Joe. I think we have to look at the way Joe Judge wants to build this team. He wants to stop the run and run the ball. He wants to be able to run the ball and stop the run. I think if we go defensive tackle, it's going to be a big house. What I mean by big house, I mean he wants him at that nose guard position like a Vince Wilfork was.
Right.
I would actually like that.
He wants a big house right there. Why do you think he brought Danny Shelton over here? He thought he could get something going with Danny Shelton, but it turned out not to work. That's the type of guy he wants there. Somebody that could clog that middle and take on two guys and not be moved. That's what he wants.
That's what we had Dalvin Thompson for.
That allows Williams to get one-on-ones. That will allow. I don't think Dexter Lawrence is going to be here. I'm just going to be real with you.
I don't think so either. Because I think he might be traded.
In this system, he has to be an edge rushing type defensive end.
Did you see him? He was on the left edge a couple of times.
Yeah,
Lawrence was.
Yeah, and he wants a defensive end that can rush. Leo Williams, he can rush, but he's more of a power rusher.
Yep.
I think he's going to get a speed rusher on that other defensive end when they stay in that 3-4. Because it's like you got two nose tackles out there, and Dexter Lawrence doesn't have the strength of a Dalvin Thomas or somebody to take on two blockers. That's why you keep having to put him on the edge.
Right.
So Joe, you may be right, dude. If this guy gets what he wants, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people playing for this team that's playing for him this year. Because a lot of people don't make sense.
Right.
Dexter Lawrence doesn't make sense in the system that he wants to put out there. He doesn't. Tate Crowder, I think he's playing well, but he wants a middle linebacker that's like a Blake Martinez, that's a downhill thumper, like a Dante Hightower is.
I want to draft a linebacker, somebody like Nick Bolton. He's really good.
Like I said, it has to fit. It has to fit, Joe. I can't say this any more times. It has to fit the system that this guy wants to run. And if you look at this guy's personality, he wants a downhill thumper at middle linebacker. That's what he wants. And you know why he wants that? Because he wants to get a defensive tackle that can take two people at a time, that you have to block with two people. And if he's taking two people at a time, that means their gaps are going to be open for your downhill middle linebackers to come downhill and smack the shit out of a damn running back that's trying. You're not going to be able to run up the middle on him.
And especially in the NFC East, we got to be able to stop that Cowboys running game.
Here's the thing: he's not going to be a stat guy.
And that's why we had Dalvin Thompson for a reason. And why do you think teams would double team him?
You're not going to see a lot of stats from somebody like that either. But you know what? When it comes to scheme and when your edge rusher is getting 12, 14 sacks, that guy's doing his job.
And guess what? That other guy can be Tate Crowder in that 3-4 system, because remember, he had Dante Hightower, and then he had Jamie Collins on the other side of him. Jamie Collins was the side-to-side linebacker in his early years. He was a side-to-side guy. He was a guy that could hit the gap immediately.
Right.
So, Pat, I haven't been able to watch a lot of college film this year, but I know you watch a lot of that stuff. Do you think Nakobe Dean would fit Bill Judge's scheme?
Yes. Him, Devin Lloyd, and that linebacker from Penn State, all three of those guys will be the perfect complement to Blake Martinez.
That could be one of the guys at 14 too.
I love Dean, bro.
That's a good.
Nakobe Dean,
we win games.
Nakobe Dean is a hyped up version of Tate Crowder. I
just hope for next year we could finally win some games. It don't matter who we
man.
draft. I want to win. I get tired of losing.
Everybody gets tired of losing, but like I said, you're gonna keep yourself down in the dumps because I want to win games. I want to win
Dude.
games. Well, what are you doing to win the games? Where's the philosophy to win the games? What are you thinking about to win games?
Am I the
Can't
only
just
one
throw-
that's getting hyped up right now?
Yeah, you
I
can't
didn't get
just
energy.
You
I
can't
watched
just
the
throw a team. You can't just throw a team out there and expect wins. No, you have to have a philosophy. You have to have a culture. You have to have a plan. And I don't think
watched
you can make
That's
these
the
plans
problem.
with
We
this
never
team.
had it.
King
I
Cone,
don't
that
think he
linebacker is
can
going to
because-
scoot up the draft board.
Yeah, he is.
That he's going to scoot up the draft board.
Who?
That linebacker from Utah. A lot of people are talking about him.
Who? Devin.
A lot of
Wait,
people are talking about him.
What's his
I
name?
was watching Mrs.
Devin
video.
Lloyd, Brandon Smith, Chad Moon was pretty good, but we could probably get him in a second.
Right.
Chad, yeah,
Go
he's a
linebacker.
really good. I've
I
seen
just-
some film. He's really good. He's a really good blitzer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
just hope
linebacker
in
from
next year.
Utah.
Be right back.
I
That
just hope-
linebacker from Utah is scooting up draft boards for real. They had him going number 6 to us not too long ago.
I just
I'm
hope in next year Joe Judge takes control and finally could do anything he wants to do.
But there's
Because for the next 2 years, if he doesn't
Yeah.
improve himself, he will be out.
but there's rumors saying that Joe Judge's job is safe. Basically, he'll be here next year.
Yeah, it's already
Yeah,
been reported
he's
he'll be
definitely
here next
staying.
year.
Yeah,
Yo.
but first thing we have to in the first pick, if we lose all our games and we got the 4th and the 5th pick or the 5th or the 6th pick, I want to draft Linderbaum and if we could if we could get that edge rusher from Purdue, I would like to draft. I would love the Giants to get him.
Yo, Zeke, we pretty much don't have a choice but to go offensive line. We don't have a choice.
If we my dream
I would love to
draft-
have two. I wouldn't mind having 2 offensive linemen in the first round.
Yeah, and we needed
Linderbaum.
it desperately.
my dream draft is Neal and Linderbaum, but that's not going to happen. So I say Linderbaum and Nakobe Dean.
Why can't it happen?
Let's
Neal
It
getting
could
taken by
Hey,
Jackson.
let's call it, man. Hold on, everybody, hold on. Let's call it a scenario, man, because it's been a lot of interrupting. And I love you guys, but man, let's say we got the number 4 and 5 pick. Joe's actually been. It's pissing me off a little bit, but it's starting to make sense. Say if the Lions take a quarterback, and we got the number 4 and 5 pick. The number 3 pick would be the Jets, right? It would be the
Jacksonville.
Jets. Then
You got the Lions
it
and
would
you
be,
got
no,
the
it would be
Texans.
It would be Jacksonville. It would be Jacksonville. So
Or the
you got
Houston.
I checked
you got-
draft.
you got the Lions, you got the Texans, then you got Jacksonville with the first 3 picks.
And then the Jets. And then us with the next
But
2
if we
right
lose
now.
out, I think the Jets go ahead of us and we lose out. I think the Jets get one more game. I think they win. I think they beat somebody. If we lose out or the Bears lose out, I think we beat somebody and we get that number 4 pick.
I just checked on Draft Network. It's Lions, Jaguars, Texans, Jets, Giants.
Yeah, I think the Jets beat somebody.
Now, don't they have to
get
play
somebody.
Jacksonville?
I think they do. I
So
think
they'll
the
probably
Jets
win
beat
that game.
somebody. If they beat Jacksonville and the Bears, one of us are going to lose out. Either we are going to lose out, or the Bears are going to lose out because we play each other. So
Right.
one of us is going to lose out. So say if we got the number 4 pick and the number 5 pick. If the Lions take a quarterback number 1, and say if it's Matt Corral or somebody,
Or trade it. They might trade it.
they might be able to trade it with somebody that wants to go up there.
That'd be
If a
huge.
quarterback goes number 1, I'm going to tell you, the Texans are really, really, really. Definitely, if this kid Davis don't work out these last couple of games, if he bombs, Kenny Pickett's looking real good to a lot of teams right now. So, say if quarterback goes 1-2, that means we either getting Hutchinson, Thibodeau, or Neal with that number 4 pick.
Right.
And we got a choice of 2 of them.
Yeah.
And I think the Jaguars take Thibodeau, to be honest with you. So we're going to have our choice of Neal Hutchinson, and Linderbaum, and we got 2 of the next 3 picks. So you can see us get Hutchinson, Linderbaum, Hutchinson, Neal. It's crazy, man. I don't know.
Bro, if we get Linderbaum and Neal, our offensive line is
man, I hope Joel is absolutely correct, and they take 2 quarterbacks, 1 and 2. That was, man, I would jump through the freaking roof draft night.
I might lose
That
my
would be
shit.
one hell of a
Right now,
that would be one hell of a draft party. I'm telling you.
well, right now I just checked, and the Jaguars are at 2, and we know they're not taking a quarterback.
I could see
It
him
doesn't
going
matter.
off
They're
the
still
line.
within the first 3 picks. I can see Atlanta trading up with one of them.
Hey, you know what? If we were at pick 5 and Denver wants to come up and they're panicking and they want what Wills out of Liberty, you know what we're going to get? And then go down to 14, and then we're going to have our choice of linebacker. We're going to have a choice of edge rusher. We're going to have, Linderbaum might be there. You know what? Look, the way Pat was just talking, what if we got Hutchinson with number 4, and then we traded all the way down and got a linebacker? We didn't fix the O-line, but how would you guys feel about that?
I mean, the defense would be a whole lot better. And if that means if we didn't go O-line in the first round, that means that we probably got some free agent linemen.
Well, that too.
And
but
then if we go down to 15, we probably got 2 second-round picks that we.
Well, you got to figure, Pat. You got the Broncos' second-round pick in the second round this year.
Right. So you got 2 second-round picks this year.
Exactly.
2 thirds. You got 2 seconds, 2 thirds,
2 fours.
Yeah, we got it's 2 fours. 2 seconds,
fours?
2 thirds, 2 fours. So that's 6 picks within those 3 rounds. I'm quite sure you can get some linemen throughout those.
That's what I mean. Would you guys be upset if we went 2 defensive players in the first round?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
Yeah, I would.
I wouldn't.
I'll be right back, guys. Hold on.
Not with
We're
that
just
type of
talking
talent.
about how we need to fix the O-line.
We need to fix the O-line ASAP.
Listen, okay. If that scenario is feasible, we've already got some free agents in here for O-line. Are free agents going to work? No. But let's not forget, the first round picks are only a 50-50 chance of hitting. Okay? So we get proven linemen in. Under Judge's scheme, we have the New York Giants defense back. And then in the second rounds, we get offensive linemen. The third round, listen, somebody drops. Every year, somebody drops into the second. Every year. Guys are there in the third round that were supposed to be in the second. We got 2 picks in each round, 2 through 4. You're telling me we can't get 4 offensive linemen out of those?
I mean, I wouldn't mind it if it's like if Thibodeau or Hutchinson is there, right? And then we trade back with that other pick, let's say with Denver.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting an offensive lineman there. And then, if we have enough ammunition, because from 14 to 5, that's going to be a lot.
It is, but you know what? What if Karlaftis is there?
That's what I want to draft.
That's a good point.
Exactly.
I was just saying, you get your offensive lineman at 14, 15, whichever pick they have. And then in the second round, if you have an extra second rounder, that's either 2 players right there, or if let's say hypothetically a player, drops, which, yeah, you're right. It always happens. If a player drops that, we really need, man, I mean, we got the ammunition to move on.
Why can't we trade back into the first if he drops into the 20s?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we can trade up.
Right.
Because we'll have the ammunition.
So we get 2 defensive studs and then a lineman in the later first round.
And if we're thinking about the future of this franchise, it may be smart to trade back with one of those picks, preferably the lower first round pick.
Because if we need a quarterback the following year and we win 8, 9, or 10 games, guess what? We got ammunition. We can go up and get.
I mean, we also have have holes we got to fix on this team as well. So that's just more picks for us to put more players on this team. At least Joe Judge players. Let's say that. More Joe Judge players.
Okay, I agree with that, Hit Squad. And if we did pick up 2 rookie offensive linemen in the first round, what do you really expect out of this team?
Hopefully a better offensive line.
Huh?
I said hopefully a better offensive line.
Right, you would, but I meant win percentage. I mean, I still see us as a 500.
I'm going to be real. I don't I don't think we need to get 2 offensive linemen in the first round. I mean, I'm not going to be upset if we do, but I definitely do think we need that solid edge rusher coming off the ball.
I want Akeem Ekwonu and Nakobe Dean.
But we could take 2 offensive linemen in the first round. In the second round, we could get a good edge rusher for USC.
You don't want great. You just want good.
Drake,
you don't want a stout inside linebacker like a Pepper Johnson or a Gary Reasons or a Harry Carson. That's what I want. I would love for the Giants to be the greatest linebacking core in the NFL again. I would love it.
Nakobe Dean is the number 1 linebacker in this class.
Like I said, I wouldn't mind if, whatever pick is the highest, we take the best player there, whether that's Hutchinson, Thibodeau, or Neal, or even Linderbaum, right? And then if we do trade back with whatever pick is our lowest pick in the first round, if we trade back with Denver, man, I mean, that's just more ammunition. And we need some players on this team, man, especially if we're about to release players to create cap space.
I want to take either, if Neal's there with the first pick, you take him, but if not, you go Linderbaum or Akeem Ekwonu, and then you could trade back with the Panthers and get some good draft capital, and then you could take Nakobe Dean.
But I also want to say, to answer your question, Joel, I wouldn't be mad. I would not be mad if they hypothetically did what you were saying. I would not be mad. Because, outside of Blake Martinez, man, Tate Crowder's growing. But, we don't know how he's going to be next year, man. I'm going to be real. I didn't think he would take the jump that he's taking right now. I thought he'd be pretty good this year, but, he's looking like he's coming into his own. I'm not saying he's going to be some star linebacker, but, he's looking pretty solid, especially with Blake Martinez going down. So, I wouldn't mind if we had a stacked linebacker group because, honestly, man, we need it. But I definitely would want to get an offensive lineman with one of those first-round picks. Or at least one of either one of the 2 first-rounders or at least an early second-rounder, man.
If we trade back, we got 2 second-rounders.
Yeah.
Let's say there's a lineman that we want to get at 18 or 20, and we want to trade those 2 second-rounders, get back in 18 or 20, and take one of those linemen. That's
true. That's true. Yeah, there's a lot of things that this team can do, and I agree with what you were saying earlier, Pat. We gotta let Judge have this team, man. Honestly, and if we're looking at his draft alone, I'm not gonna lie. Outside of us not getting an offensive lineman last year, I thought we had a pretty solid draft. You look at the draft before. I thought we had a pretty solid draft. We just got to see these players pan out. There was, like I said in the comments earlier, man. I saw quite a few Giants fans wanted to get rid of Andrew Thomas at the end of last year, saying that we made the wrong decision. And as much as I wanted an offensive lineman this year and I wasn't too thrilled with the Aaron Robinson pick, that's a hell of a pick, man. So, these young players are really coming along. So I got to have some hope that Judge knows what he's doing with evaluating these players. Same thing with Graham. Graham's a smart guy. These are smart coaches to a degree with Judge, but, we got some smart coaches.
Well, look, guys. You guys can say that these guys are great in college, but you know what? There are offensive linemen that are busts. Robert Gallery was a bust. Yeah. Nothing's a sure thing, and Gallery was quoted as being the best sure offensive lineman in that draft. Raiders took him, and he just could not do anything. So, while you guys are saying in college right now, this guy is great, fantastic, and outworldly, that's college. Guys do bust.
Oh yeah.
So
and it's not always their fault why they bust.
It is. That's true.
Coaching,
scheme, coaching hurts too.
It does.
Scheme hurts. You drafted a player that doesn't fit your scheme.
Right. So
a lot of times it ain't the player; it's the team that drafted him. I really do believe that. Sometimes it ain't the player; it's the team that drafted him.
Yeah.
Because then another team go pick them up, know how to use them, and then the franchise that got rid of the players looking kind of foolish. But it happens.
Oh, like Eric Flowers
in the league. That's a good example. To be honest with you,
it is.
It is. That's a good example.
But if we're drafting a tackle and then he's only good at guard, I'm sorry, but that falls on scouting.
Yeah.
Right.
That falls on scouting. I need a right tackle. Who's this guy? Well, he works great at guard. Where's my right tackle?
Yeah.
Right.
Get out of here. Oh, it's now 13-10
What's going on,
Rams.
Taj?
What's going on, Pat?
What's going on, Taj?
Rams
You said it's
put up
13-10?
3, Pat. Yeah. Second quarter. There's only like 35 seconds left.
But you're right. But somebody should have been able to see that guy was not a good right tackle. I said,
Oh, yeah.
I
Right.
said it when we drafted him.
Yeah, me
I
too,
was like,
but
man,
that
I
was
don't
Jerry
know about
Reese.
this pick.
Yeah.
I was skeptical. I was skeptical. Man, I can't even talk tonight. But I didn't like the pick when we made it.
Who?
Eric Flowers.
Yeah.
Just like I didn't like the Eli Apple pick.
Oh,
I
I
was
see
like
not
that.
a
that
fan
night
of that
either.
pick.
I didn't like the Evan Ingram
I
one.
was so pissed off. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think we were going tight end that draft either.
I made a video during that time. I actually wanted OJ Howard. I wasn't expecting Evan Ingram. I thought OJ Howard kind of fit what we were trying to do. I figured that was a Giants tight end that I could see. You know, I couldn't picture Evan Ingram, fitting in what we were
Yeah.
trying to do. And still
You
to
wanna
this
know
day, I kind of feel like we haven't used him to how he's supposed to be used.
Well, you want to know a funny thing? The 3 tight ends that everybody wanted that year, in JUCO, OJ Howard, and Ingram, all of them haven't lived up to the hype. All
Oh,
3
yeah.
of them.
Right.
Facts. I mean, I think Njoku was trying to get a trade out this year.
Yeah,
didn't
he was
happen.
trying to get out of the Browns. But then didn't he
OJ
sign a
Howard-
contract?
No, he hasn't. He'll be gone after this.
I mean, Tim will pick him up. He's a talented kid, but I agree though. I mean, same with OJ Howard. I mean, you don't hear his name anymore.
Right. He's like 3rd on the depth chart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, who was that? Who was that one tight end there that played for the Chargers that wrecked his motorcycle in the offseason? He was doing wheelies. They caught him on video. Oh my God, his father was great.
No, I'm not
I don't know
sure.
what you're talking about now.
Oh man, I mean, his father was the one that was carried off the field. He was hydrated because he had
You're talking about Kellen Winslow Jr. That
Yeah.
dude's an absolute
Yes. Him.
psycho.
He was supposed to be upper echelon.
That dude was crazy, bro.
Dude, you know what? But when it was draft day, he wasn't crazy. In college, he wasn't crazy.
I'll tell you no one that's even a bigger bust than him. You mean Anthony Beck with the Jets drafting him?
Oh my God.
And he was supposed to be this all-world tight end, and the Jets passed up on so many good players to pick him.
Was that the guy, the tight end that was taken number 1 overall?
No, there's never been a tight end taking number 1 overall.
Yeah, there has.
What tight end was taking number 1 overall?
You got me thinking.
I think it was actually the Jets back in the day, like a while back.
Who the hell takes a tight end?
Check right now.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody took a tight end in the first round.
Number 1 overall.
And number 1 overall. Right.
Yeah, Kellen Winslow Jr. got years in jail.
Yeah, he did.
Shit, look at Eric Ebron. Wasn't he taken in the first round? And he was supposed to be the next right then?
Yep.
You don't even hear from him no more. He's out there in Pittsburgh. Freiermuth done took his job.
Yeah, I don't know of anybody King Tone that took a tight end first overall. I can't.
So I'm looking at it right now. The highest so far has been it says number 5, but I think that could be wrong. And
I
that
think the
was
highest ever was Vernon Davis, wasn't it?
that was pick number 6.
Oh no, was it Kyle? Oh no, I'm thinking of that one running back. Damn it.
But Riley Odoms, he was pick number 5. So I mean, that's
Kyle
just one
Pitts.
ahead.
Kyle Pitts was taken 3.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
'cause-
that's what I was saying because I thought Pitts was taken early this year. So
Yeah,
I
because
don't-
we
I don't
got
think
Lawrence
it was
Taylor
too
second,
accurate.
and the running back was taken first overall that year.
That's crazy, man.
That I do know.
Kyle Pitts got taken 4th overall.
Yeah.
I mean, he's looking nice over there in Atlanta. I thought they should have went QB, but he's looking nice over there in Atlanta.
I thought they should have went for Justin Fields, but
That's what I'm saying. I thought they was gonna get a QB.
I thought they should have gone corner. Chain.
I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do with Matt Ryan, man.
They're drafting a quarterback this year.
But then like I said, well, I mean, I think it was Joel that said it earlier. I mean, then that would be perfect. That's 2 quarterbacks going in the top 2. Possibly.
I want Atlanta to trade up. I really do.
Man, let a team like Pittsburgh trade up.
Yes.
Because Pittsburgh looking desperate right now. Big Ben is not looking not looking good at all, man.
One of these teams need a quarterback.
I mean, they obviously need a quarterback. It just depends on what they're willing to pay to go up and take one. And this is the year to do
it. And one of them teams can trade down for them to get a quarterback in the draft.
Matt Prater's coming out to try to tie the game with 1 second left in the first half. Here we go. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is...
It's good.
Good. 13-13 halftime.
It's a good game so far.
Yes. I figured it would be.
Yeah. I can't talk. Jesus. I thought it was going to be a high-scoring game, to be honest with you. But you never know. I mean, we about to go in the third quarter.
I'm not going to lie. When I did that Army-Navy game Saturday, that was a fun game.
That was a good game, man.
It was.
That was a good game.
With a huge upset at the end. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they play.
Yeah.
Not a fan of the offenses those teams run, but I kind of understand why.
It works for what they're trying to do.
Yes.
Definitely. But no, I agree with you, man. I definitely defensively, though, both sides. Man.
Oh, they were hitting. Woo.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So I'm reading right now that the Arizona Cardinals paid James Conner 1 year, $1,750,000, and it's getting compared to Devontae Booker's 2 year, $5.5 million contract.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, I figured
James
that would
Conner.
happen.
That's a good deal.
I think he has a lot of touchdowns this year. I'm about to look it up.
He has 13, I think.
Yeah, that's I know it's double
James
digits.
Conner's nice. Yeah.
Honestly, man, I thought he would have been perfect with Najee if he would have stood in Pittsburgh, man. That would have been a nice running back duo right there.
What's going on, Lou?
Lou, what is good?
What's up, man? What's up?
That guy you were talking about, he's a sicko. He's doing 14 years. He was raping senior citizen women.
Yeah.
And I hope Bubba's giving him the business every day. Because that shit is sick, bro. I don't give a damn. Listen, there's no excuse for that shit ever. There's women out here who give it up for free, and there's women out here who sell it. You should never, ever, ever force yourself on nobody. That shit is disgusting.
Facts.
Well, I thought he got more than 14, though.
He should have. He should have. That kid is sick.
But I do think there's a chance that we're in a prime spot where somebody wants to trade up for a quarterback. We're the team that they're going to call.
Yeah.
And if that happens,
yeah, I think I got this shit again, bro. Fuck, man. God almighty.
Nah, you got the wrong plumbing.
Huh?
You got the wrong plumbing. I can't do that.
What are you talking about?
Whoever said fuck me?
What the fuck? Who said
No
that?
one said fuck me.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, I could have swore I heard that.
Taj probably mumbled that shit when I was talking because he mad at me for yesterday.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Logan, nobody asked your ass to say nothing, bro. They said,
Bro, you were
set your ass up.
You were spamming it in the chat earlier, bro. You were spamming it in the chat.
this is exactly why nobody asked your ass to say nothing. You don't know when to be quiet, and then you talk too much when you open your mouth. Shh. This is what you're doing. This is what I need you to do.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs.
Oh shit.
but
Nah, bro, we were just fucking with you yesterday, man. I hope you ain't take that shit personal.
Nah. It's all good.
Cause you popped yourself off the chat like real quick. You're like, man, peace. Just cut the fuck out. I was like, God damn, Taj is mad. Then I lost the subscriber. I was like, oh, he unsubscribed. Then I slayed your ass for like 5 minutes after that shit. Then
What the hell did I miss? Damn doctor's appointment anyway.
Huh?
I had to get off the stream early last night. I had a doctor's appointment early this morning.
sure did.
But I got the official okie dokie from the doctor, so I'm all good. They like my blood pressure. I just got to go for blood work now.
Hey, they massage the old prostate.
Oh, man, that's why I got a woman doctor. She's got skinny fingers.
Oh shit.
Well, yeah, that way it doesn't seem so like I don't want to look down and see wingtips between my legs. I want to see high heels. At least then it feels kind of kinky.
I mean, what does she wear wingtips?
Lord have mercy. Okay.
Oh man, if
you
she wears
guys are taking this
wingtips,
too far.
no, that's not my doctor. My doctor has a nice little dress on, a good little figure. She's about my age.
Shit, Tone. I believe that if we fix the old line, we can use Devontae Booker and Saquon Barkley as a great 1-2 combo. We just need some damn blockers.
We have no blockers.
None.
That's why pass game and run game suck.
But Devontae Booker has proven to be valuable in the screen game, in the short game. He's a north and south runner. He doesn't dance around too much.
Yep. And
Whereas Barkley likes to tiptoe and pity pat too damn much. Sometimes he just need to hit the fucking hole and do that shit once you get out in space.
I mean, if we being real, he kind of held it down while Saquon was gone.
Nah, Wayne Gallman held it down while Saquon was gone.
He did do good at Raiders game, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. And in the Chiefs game too.
Yeah, he did.
Man, fuck him. No, let me stop. Boy, y'all pray for me.
Uh-oh.
I'm praying for you.
Nah, for real. I think I done caught this shit again, bro.
What, COVID?
Yeah, bro. Why you think I'm wearing a hoodie in my fucking house and I got the heat up? I'm freezing.
I'm wearing a hoodie.
My nose is stuffed up. My throat hurts.
Damn, man.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, dog. I hope you feel better.
I'm fucking freezing. I got the heat up to 80 in here and I'm freezing. I can't smell shit. I can't taste nothing. I'm like, fuck, don't tell me this shit again, bro.
That's that coronavirus.
That's not good.
Shit. I know you.
And I'm gonna beat this shit again because I'm not taking
sir.
no fucking vaccine, bro. I'm not taking that bullshit. They can miss me with that bullshit.
Right.
Sticking cloned, aborted fetal tissue in me. Fuck that, bro. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good, bro. If God want me to die, I die. If God want me to live, a shot ain't gonna save me. I'm good.
I got vaccinated, but it's whatever.
Yeah, my doctor was like, "Yeah, you really should." I'm like, "Not happening."
Hey, you know what I told the doctor? You really should mind yours. It ain't your body.
Right.
I said, you so gung ho on that shit. You stick your kids with that shit. I'm good.
Right.
I tell you what, people lived on this planet for thousands of years before any vaccines were ever made, and people will be on this planet long after vaccines are abolished. Fuck that shit, bro. I'm good. God made the best vaccine there is. It's called an immune system. Roll around and play in the dirt as a kid and walk around barefoot and eat some dirt and shit like that. Build your immune system. Fuck all these fake remedies these people give you with 30 side effects that kill you. Fuck that.
Right.
Right.
Mercury's in the goddamn shit there they give you because they use it as a preservative.
Sorry, I ain't even mean to go into that tandem on your stream, Pat. My bad. But we all about to get suspended off YouTube for this one.
Right?
He said the C word. Get him. All of them.
I don't know who that man
Yeah,
is.
because usually when I see the C word, I got a bunch of women pissed at me.
Oh my god, bro.
Ooh.
Joel is a menace to the youth, bro.
Yo,
I am, man.
hurts to cough.
I am.
He's a menace to the youth. What the fuck?
That's right. If you tell a woman that you cannot get up, she hates that word.
I tell you what, TV and the internet are more of a menace to the youth than anything else.
Yeah, that's true.
Because when I was a kid, there was no cursing on the radio. You were lucky if you saw a nipple in a horror movie. Okay?
Yep.
Underboob, are you kidding me?
Yeah, like
It was on. There's underboob.
they got homosexual cartoons now. Like this shit is crazy, bro. And I don't give a damn what anybody do in their bedroom. That's between them, the person they doing it with, and God. But what I'm saying is, stay the fuck away from my children. Let me raise my children the way I want to. Stay out of my kids' brains.
Right. Matthew Keller says there's been a bad chest cold going around.
Pat, is there and Lou, is there any boxing matches coming up soon?
Yeah, there's one Saturday on my channel. Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley, and then there's a Triple G match that'll be on Pat's channel. Gennady Golovkin.
That's what's up. I'm gonna join.
You said you're gonna join?
Now let me know how you're feeling. If you want to Saturday, if you're not up to it, I'll do that football game for you.
That is right.
Saturday at 4:20, or was it at night? It was at 8:20.
You were doing 8:20.
Yeah. That means I'm gonna smoke so much weed that day to feel good enough to do that stream that I'm doing it at 8:20.
Okay.
It's usually me before I watch the Giants. I gotta keep it a buck.
4:20 is my favorite time of day, but I'm gonna double it up and do it at 8:20. So when I start the stream, I'm gonna be looking Chinese.
You gonna look like Brock from Pokemon.
Oh,
Right.
Double it up.
You don't know who Brock from Pokemon is?
No.
Hey, what's the score, guys?
It's 13-13. It's halftime right now.
Listen, I'm in my 40s, bro. Pokemon is something I bought for my kids.
I know. I watched it when I was younger, but like, dude had no eyes.
Dude.
His eyes were like squinting.
dude, I'm in my 50s. Okay, Pokemon is the Jamaican proctologist. All right, that's where you go through the drive-through window and he Burger King. You know.
What the fuck?
That's fucked up.
What up? What's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
What's up,
You
bro?
didn't like that, Lou? He didn't put you in good spirits?
No, I've heard that before, but no, I can't laugh right now. My shit's fucked up. Son.
Oh, I tried. Trying to make you feel better.
Yeah.
Want to know something?
If you're moist, tight, and warm, that's about the only thing that's gonna make me feel better right now.
I got the wrong plumber, my guy. Wrong plumber. Exit only. My butthole's like an off-ramp.
I said if you're moist, tight, and warm.
Exactly.
That butthole has nothing to do with any of that I just said.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
Dude, I tell you what, man, I got the run, so it's moist, tight, and dark.
Hey,
and
listen,
wet.
I don't mess with that on women. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
I mess with the reproductive area only. Okay.
Right.
Look, I'm sorry. Tuto got me laughing over here, man. was
Somebody should buy a pair of prescription glasses for Joe Judge so he can see better because he's been punching his own nose for 60 minutes.
What's good, man?
Yo, I'm happy. I would be a little happy that Judge is coming back, and I'm gonna tell you my main reason why.
No, I think it's a good decision. I think they're playing it smart for once.
It's a stable decision for once. So my thing is this: it's pretty simple. It's as simple as this. You can't keep bringing in a new coach with the ex-coach's players
after every 2 years. You got to stop doing that.
We had this conversation yesterday on the stream because then you end up with a hodgepodge of 4-3 players, 3-4 players, and you don't know what the hell you're drafting for in the next class because you don't have no identity.
And you're stuck with the other coaches' players too, and they don't respect you. So,
hey, listen, how are we all going to sit here next year if we do have 10, 11 wins and Judge is the next kind of Belichick Parcells type coach? What then? Y'all want to get rid of him now, but next year he.
No, I'm gonna say go look at my videos when he got hired, and I said I think he's cut from the same cloth as Parcells and Coughlin. I made a video about that shit when he got hired.
Yep.
Right. And it took Parcells 3 years to get going, right? His first 3 years were rough.
Right.
Yep.
Because they was calling for his head the season that he won it. Same thing with Coughlin.
All I'm saying.
You know what we need, Lou? We need some impact players. And if you watch my video tonight, I moved on to the future. Forget the past. I'm not going to stay angry and disappointed. But we need to find some impact players coming up, like the one we kind of missed out on in the last draft.
Listen, if I get through this when I get through this COVID shit, I quit smoking and I come over there and I'll be a fullback. Okay? Fuck Nate Solder. Fuck whoever he missed blocking. I'm going to punch him in the face so Saquon can run past him.
I like it.
Period. That's what our fullback is supposed to be doing. Not playing special teams, trying to block kicks. His ass is supposed to be hitting linebackers, DBs, and linemen if necessary, so that his freaking halfback can break out from behind him and make some yards.
That is true.
I want to see some power, I formation, some pro sets, some fullback sets. Shit, man. I'm telling you. If we get an O-line that can push and you bring it back to old school halfback and fullback back there in the I formation or pro set or twins, shit, man, I'm telling you.
14-16 into the third quarter, and the Rams have actually used their first timeout.
I want to see a guy like Madison Hedgecock, my guy.
Pause.
How is that a pause?
Just no one, people. It's hard to get people to understand this, but even when we go into next year, don't go into the year with okay, it's a playoffs or Judge is fired. That's not how you go into the season, man. You can't just expect to go from 0 to 100. It's gonna be because if a man wins 8 games and misses the playoffs on a tiebreaker, listen, you had a good season and you're moving in the right direction. It's not going to be we're not going from dirt to the Super Bowl. I hope people get that.
And a lot of people don't get that. You're playing checkers, you're not playing chess.
I was just trying to have fun.
If you want a power running football team,
what number?
What? I think that's Lou.
Raining, bro. Yeah. What is raining?
Touchdown Rams.
But
by who?
If you want a power running scheme, do you think he has the system to run a power running scheme with this team the way it's built right now?
Hell
no.
Hell no.
You said, is it raining? What you said?
Yeah, I don't know if he was. Cooking something.
I love
it. Sound like some grease popping.
Yeah, it did.
Everybody wants to fire this guy, Joe Judge. Yes,
I'm actually boiling water so I can make some chicken broth.
Yeah, I thought I heard the stove.
Yeah, you can't keep changing every 2 years, man. That's just not gonna work.
We change coaches more than some people change their underwear. Like that's just crazy.
It's only been like that recently. You know,
I
Lou,
know.
We've had 4 coaches in the past 6 years. Think about that.
That's just ridiculous. That's the Jets and Cleveland Browns type of shit. That's not us.
Right. Detroit Lions, yeah.
And like I said, I
All these
beg people
poverty
to tell me an
franchises.
organization who fires coaches like that have been successful.
None.
Yo, look what King Tone said.
Plus, you want to fire someone, but you ain't got nobody better coming in. Who's coming in? Another unknown?
Yep.
Right. What is he gonna do? You just gonna ruin his career before it gets started too.
Mm-hmm. While still
Any
having the
coaches
players from the
bring
last
in,
regime
you know,
and the
well,
previous
right.
regime.
So now you're gonna have 4 regimes of players.
People just impatient. Like I get it, but it's like I don't know, man.
Yeah, these
I
Giants
could be
fans
impatient
be
too. I'm not
impatient.
gonna lie, but Jesus, man.
It's the people that say fire the coach, and then you ask them, okay, now what? Then they get silent.
Got no answer for you because they just
Right.
talking off emotion, no logic.
Yeah, being
Exactly.
emotional.
See?
Look at it
And
in a
this
real life situation.
is what people have forgot to teach. And this is why so many absent fathers and shit are making such a huge difference in this world. Because when fathers used to stay at home and live with their family and raise their kids, one of the main things that they taught their sons was that men are visual creatures, yes, but we're logical thinkers. Women make decisions based off emotions. A man makes decisions based off of logic, which is why when a woman who loves a scumbag and he beats on her and cheats on her and she continues to stay with him because emotionally she's attached to him, even though her brain says, leave this bum, her heart overrides that. Where a man uses his thinking over his emotion. That's supposed to be the difference between a male and a female. But fathers are not being in the home to teach their son to stop being an emotional bitch and use your brain. So you got a lot of hoe ass now in the world instead of men. Pause.
Yeah. Right. As above, so below.
That's important.
That's
nah,
that's what the master teaches. Everything is opposite.
And that's why in the end days, sorry, Pat, that's why in the end days it says that you won't be able to tell the men from the women.
Yep.
Days will be shorter, nights will be
Yep.
longer. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And everything will be like the time of Noah. And if you walk around here now, it's kind of hard to tell which one of these
Right,
people is what
right.
nowadays.
Go
You
to
got
Atlanta.
Transformers and Decepticons
Say,
everywhere.
Go to,
You know what I'm
to
saying?
Atlanta. There's some very pretty young men out there, boy. I tell you.
Not a Decepticon.
They're Decepticons. Yes. Yes. Mega Decepticons. Megatron for real.
And it says that. It says you won't be able to tell the men from the women or the women from the men.
Yeah.
And it's getting just like that.
That's already there.
Hey, let's get back. Let's get back
up
to
in New York City, Pat. Up in New York City, it's already been there.
Yeah, it's been like that for shit. Greenwich Village. The village.
Yep.
Hold on, listen. I worked a Beyonce concert 2 nights in a row, okay?
Oh, it's mostly drag dudes over there. Most of her
Yeah, I
fans
worked
is drags.
the Beyonce concert as a security officer, man. Let me tell you something. Those are the 2 hardest nights to get through in 7 years. We had problems with the bathrooms. The men wanted to use the women's bathroom. The women wanted to do this. I got a guy, a 6'6" guy dressed as a woman with an Adam's apple rubbing my back. I told him, let me tell you, bro, this was a freak show.
Yeah, it's bad, man.
Yeah, bro.
It's bad.
And then the woman is actually a man, but she's a woman because she claims to be a woman, so we gotta respect that. Wants to go.
No, we
You're
don't.
really a man. You want to go to the woman's bathroom?
We
got 13-year-old girls in there.
We finna cut this off right now.
Oh, the Rams are about to score.
Go back to the Giants. Let's go.
Yeah, but nah. Hey, yo, look. To tie it back to the Giants, I agree with you, Miz. I think that if we could get some premier players, man, this is a different team, man. Because I'm a be real with y'all. It ain't like we got a bunch of scrubs on this team. I mean, we do, but there's still some talented ass dudes on this team.
We don't got a bunch of scrubs on this team. His squad.
with his second pick.
We got poor teachers and a poor scheme.
I was mainly
Because
looking at the
if
offensive
if
line.
you
I
take
can't hold
some
you.
of these same players and give them a solid, bring Bill Belichick and his staff over here with this same team that we got, and I bet you we'll be in the playoffs within 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's not that we have some bums. Yes, Lorenzo Carter's a bum. O'Shane Zimenez is a bum. Nate Solder and freaking Billy Price are bums, and Hernandez. Yes, but aside from that, we got some decent players.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying.
And Matt.
Yeah. Well, we have weapons. We definitely have weapons.
Yeah, we just need some people that can freaking block.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like, if we get some premier players, man, this is a different team. We need some dogs, man, both on the offensive line and on the defensive line.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that one clip of
Robinson's question. I'm gonna say Abrams is gonna be the next GM.
Yeah, I believe that's what they're doing.
Joe Judge is back.
Yeah, they already know who they have.
Yeah.
They already know who it is. They already got it in mind.
They're not looking for a GM because if they look for a GM, he's going to want his own coach and vice versa and this and that. So they got a plan in place to let Judge ride for another year, see if he can progress and prove what he's been saying. And I think he can do it. If you give him the wheel and let him drive the freaking car, let him draft the players he wants and build the kind of team that he wants. If he fails, then he fucking fails. You shit can him and you smear his name all over the place as shit. But give him the chance first.
Let him build the foundation he wants.
Is playing terrible.
Yeah, foundation.
That's all right. Gettleman's got posters up
development.
saying one more year.
Oh God.
I mean,
make the Giants great again.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't be shocked.
If Gettleman's back too.
If they didn't let him go, I don't know where the hell the guy is. You haven't heard from him, but
Bro, I had a strange feeling about that too. That they go, man. He might be back.
Let's organize a rally and storm MetLife. No, let me. This January 6th.
oh shit. Hey, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
We'll scream,
who the
hang
GM
John
is.
Mara. Hang John Mara.
It really don't matter. Even if it was Gettleman one more year, it don't matter. It's gonna be this draft. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, this draft is gonna have to be at least 8 out of 10 picks have to be bangers. Like we gotta hit 80% on this draft. For real.
Bangers. That's what Europeans call a sausage.
Pause, man.
As long as we hit on the. Oh my goodness!
Did you see that? No, that was. I think that
I
was
would trade one of those.
Yeah, that was incomplete.
I would trade one of those top two back if we could get a whole bunch of picks. I would do it.
Oh yeah, I would.
We were talking about that earlier.
I would too.
Joel, do you want to ask Miz the same question you asked the panel earlier?
I don't know. I've asked.
This is football weather. This is what it's supposed to look like when the man lines up in front of you and the defensive line gets down and all you see is breath coming out their helmet. And it's cold as shit. He's 300 pounds and you like, I'm going to break his knees. That's football. I don't know what the hell these dudes doing out here getting pancaked like the Waffle House and IHOP, just getting flattened all over the damn place and getting our quarterback killed and having structural nerve damage and all this shit because these guys can't block a pillow.
These guys crazy.
Yeah, they can't. They couldn't even block me.
Yo, Lou, I have a question. Could Nate Solder block me?
No.
Miss said no.
Yeah, he'll let you go behind him, and then he'll sit on you.
I think he would attempt to block you and get hurt and scream Riggs.
No,
Riggs actually had 2 catches yesterday, man.
Oh, was the Rams on the goal line?
I'm never gonna forget when Sterling Shepard caught that pass. Miz is like, you guys ever seen this number 3 guy?
Touchdown.
What question was that, Hit Squad? I don't remember.
The trade back to get a linebacker with the other first round pick.
What happened?
We were talking about trading back. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think it was. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was if we took like whether it was Kayvon or Aiden Hutchinson with that first pick, if they traded back, let's say with the team like Denver, and decided to go get a stud linebacker, would you be upset?
No. What are we getting?
Yeah, depends on what we get.
I was
I don't
thinking.
remember
What are
the
we getting back?
conversation.
You say we're trading. You said we're trading back.
Yeah, we trade back with Denver to 14. Let's say
What are we
they're
getting
either
back?
12 or they're 12 or 14.
What are we getting back?
We're
Shit,
going
to
to
go
get there.
from
We're going to
to go
get
from
Denver
14 to
second.
number
The
5.
second round pick.
Give me
They can
We're going
14.
to get
Yeah,
Denver
yeah,
second.
yeah.
We'll get the first next year from Denver and probably some other picks because that's a big jump. But what if we went?
Yeah, I would definitely do that. Definitely. If you're getting another
definitely
one
do
next
that.
year, you're definitely doing it.
But everyone's like, no, because we need an offensive lineman that bad. But we're going to have 2 seconds, 2 thirds, 2 fourths. We can get some linemen in there.
Adam, what's going on? Victor, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, you make a trade
Adam, what's
back.
good? Adam Rance.
Big Rant.
You got to
Adam,
remember
what's good,
also, if we picking 5 and 6, perhaps, let's say, I don't know if we
Right.
have the money for both those picks. I don't know if we have
Right.
the cap.
Yeah, we don't. You know, yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we
the
will.
cap, yeah.
What do you
The
mean?
value.
You're going to have to make that space.
How the hell did Cooper Kupp catch that?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure
How
out. too.
the hell did he? It went right through that guy's arms.
Cooper Kupp is a god.
There's a
Oh
big
my
time game right
God.
here. 2 big time teams. I took the Rams. We'll see.
I took the Rams too.
I know your
Yeah,
ass need to
because all
go
the losses
backstage
the
for
Rams
calling that man a god. Well, you better repent.
How many losses they have?
27
All
to
the losses
13
the Rams
now.
had, I
Woo.
thought they were due for a big win.
If
I
the
mean,
Rams
I
win
gotta give it
tonight, I'll go
back-wise.
14-2 on my parlay.
Blasphemy.
Man,
Lord have
that's
mercy.
What did I do?
ridiculous.
Said the man was a god. Boy, you tripping.
Wait till
It's
Sunday.
a figure of speech, my guy. It's a
Yeah,
figure
God
of-
is not to be mocked, sir.
Yeah.
Speech is the same thing that got us all in trouble to begin with. Listening to the serpent's speech.
Sunday gonna be ugly for Mara.
Yo,
Got
speaking
nice
of Sunday,
thousands
where
of
is
Cowboy
Sunday?
fans in that stadium. You watch.
Speaking of Sunday, where is Sunday? I haven't seen Sunday in the chat in a while.
Yeah, I don't know. She's not well.
She's all right.
I hope
man.
she's okay.
Nice $60,000 Dallas fans in MetLife chanting defense. That'll send a message to the upper organization.
Facts.
Because that's what it's gonna be. I already heard what's going on. A lot of the Giant
Oh, my
fans
God.
sold their tickets already.
My grandpa has season tickets, bro. He's gonna be salty as hell on that game this Sunday.
If you're a Giant fan and you go to that game, you're looking for punishment, and you don't even go to that game. That's a message game. You send a message to John Mara and Tish. We're done.
We fuck around and win that game with Jake Fromm.
Right. That'd be some giant shit right there, too. That'd be messed up.
We'll lose the rest of the games, but beat Philly and Dallas.
I just wish news had come out on DJ. He was supposed to see the doctor today.
He's not injured.
He's not going to the goddamn doctor. They're hiding this shit up.
Nate, man.
I'm being honest, bro. This is bullshit. I'm being honest.
I'm telling you right now, bro. He's not injured. They just
Yeah,
shut
but
him
you
down.
said he's not going to the GD doctor.
He's not
He
seeing
ain't
a
doing
doctor. He's in the
Sit
waiting
his
room.
ass at
benching.
home.
I know your mother taught you not to use the Lord's name in vain, son.
He's in the weight
at
room
this point,
bench
I'm
lifting.
probably
That's what
dead.
he's doing. He's squatting.
He's squatting.
Yeah.
Bro.
I
Well,
don't know.
anyway, I'd still like to hear some news.
What's the score, Pat?
27-13.
27-13 Rams.
27-13.
Rams.
Oh, it's on the bottom. Duh. My bad.
You're gonna get new. You're gonna get this. Jones' neck is improving. He's looking really good, but he still needs one more week to sit out and you know.
Well, yeah, they don't want Michael
That's what you're
Parsons
gonna hear.
paralyzing the kid.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Right.
Boy.
Michael Parsons.
Man, if I have to watch the Goose Glennon out there again one more friggin' week, I'm gonna got that damn look in his helmet.
He looks like a stork.
Looks like a bug that hit the windshield.
No, he looks like a stork. Remember they used to say back in the day that storks used to bring babies? That's
Oh
what
my
he looked
God.
like. A damn stork.
I'm making a prediction. Sunday's Barkley's best game of the season by far.
What? 70 yards rushing.
He's gonna have a
Damn.
buck. He's gonna have a buck rushing and some receiving yards and a touchdown. You watch.
I don't even want him playing. Be honest, I don't want him or Jones playing with
We
Micah
got to get
Parsons out there.
Barkley. We need to let Barkley play so he can get his confidence back.
Yeah, I don't want Micah Parsons snatching the confidence out of him. Listen, that's what the Washington.
Animal, man.
That's what Washington formerly, when this happened, they were known as the Redskins. They threw RG3 back in there too early while he was still second guessing himself, and that shit ruined him. He got hurt again, and after that, he second guessed every decision he ever made on the field. That kid was a great quarterback before that shit.
Yeah, RG3 was nice, man.
Filthy.
And he had an arm too.
It was so bad out there in Washington. He made it a book.
Washington is already franchise, bro.
Well, if you didn't mind Shepard, now you have two of him. Him and Tony. You got two now.
Yep.
Yeah, Tony got COVID.
Fed up with Tony. I don't
Tony
care.
ain't hurt. Tony got COVID.
He got COVID.
Now he's got COVID. I know.
And I think that's a lot. I think Judge is sitting all his players that he wants to keep out and see what he got left out of the guys that he's iffy on. And then next year with these draft picks, we'll see what he really can do.
I agree.
Maybe. That's why I think Carter's back out there. He was probably the player on the bubble. But if you don't see him play anymore, you already know his bubble's been popped. So.
It should have popped a long time ago.
Should have popped before we drafted him.
We should have.
Well, that was Betcher. That was Shermer.
We should
don't hold that under Judge.
We should have kept Nico Lalos and Kyler Fackrell and Fadio Denebo and got rid of O'Shane Zimenez and Lorenzo Carter. I'm telling you, because Kyler Fackrell has been balling, and I guarantee Fadio Denebo would have been better than Lorenzo Carter.
O'Shane Zimenez is so bad that shoot, he didn't even get a chance to go through the evaluation period. He just got
dude trash, bro.
Oh, look at
like I done seen enough.
BJ Hill too, man. BJ Hill's having a big season.
Yep, and we got Billy Price for him.
Yeah,
Billy fucking Price.
The best center in football, baby. Best center in football.
Yeah, the best center of an a-hole, maybe.
Hey, yo, James Conner with the
bouncing out, and I'll bounce back in. Take Adam in. Adam, go in.
Pause. Take Adam in.
Lord, Adam, go in. No pause. I'll be back.
He said, "Take Adam in."
Pause.
Yo. He said Micah Parsons is gonna snatch the confidence from Barkley, bro.
Shit, he can.
He
I'm
will.
telling you.
Micah Parsons, no one.
Because I'll tell you what.
Because we don't have a line that can block.
I think he just did the Taylor Heineke. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he changed Taylor Heineke that day. Micah Parsons used Taylor Heineke yesterday, bro.
Parsons may just kill Mike Glenn's neck. God damn, he may be done. His neck thing may be over.
Did you see that one play where Michael Parsons just threw away Taylor Heineke like it was
yes.
nothing? He just threw him like.
He could have had him, but hindsight, whatever.
No hindsight. The Eagles and the Dallas Cowgirls screwed us.
Yeah, they fucked us over. They fucked us off. Jesus Christ, I hate those guys. I hate the Eagles. Shitty organization.
No, I think the reason why that we didn't take Michael Parsons was because of the locker room shit, like his character issues, whatever.
I don't care about no character issues.
I mean, that's Joe Judge. I mean,
well, think about it. We got burnt the last few times. DeAndre Baker. What was the other guy who got arrested for beating up his girlfriend?
I don't think it was
the kicker. The kicker.
I don't think it was character issues because Tony had character issues too.
No, listen, bro.
Ain't Eric Flowers pushed Jordan Renan?
Listen, we got a kicker who beat the shit out of his girlfriend. We got DeAndre Baker who's charged for robbery. We got a lineman who did some crazy shit and got traded away. I forgot who it was. Like we've had some bad.
Joe Judge got rid of all those guys.
And Tony was found with an AR-15 in his trunk.
And that's legal. That's a Second Amendment right in this country. You gonna tell me we can't own guns in this country to protect us from a tyrannical government that's trying to force fucking chemical mandate vaccines on us?
He didn't even have a gun license.
And
And one time he threatened to
damn,
shoot
son,
up.
you the FBI?
One time he threatened
Yo,
to
kick
shoot
this dude out, rat bastard.
Straight fed.
Damn rat.
Yeah, he looks like one.
Oh my fucking god.
Damn.
He said he didn't have a license. Come on, Logan. Damn, you trying to get people locked up?
Right. Bro, man, I'm just here, man, trying to have a good time.
Pause.
If
ever say that shit to a man again, what the hell's wrong with you?
Bro,
It says here, according to Spot Track, Jermaine Ifedi is going to be a free agent next year.
Jonathan Harrison, he quit. He retired.
Oh.
He said, Deception
Jermaine
said, whatever happened to
Ifedi.
the center that we got from the Jets? And I was answering Deception. I said, he retired.
That's an offensive tackle, Joe.
Is that his name?
Yeah, he's a right tackle. He's only 27 and a half. He's in Chicago.
Okay.
What you say? Hit squad?
Nah. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I've been reading his name as Decepticon. Like, I didn't know it was Deception.
What?
My fault. At least I could admit I was wrong. Shit.
Yeah, shit. Now you learned how to read Deception.
Mm-hmm. I didn't say I was I ain't the sharpest knife, and but you know what? I'm sharp,
cut you.
and I'm in that box, dog.
I cut you.
Oh man.
he said you were a part of
I was
the
just looking
FBI.
at free agent linemen that are available next year. Quite a bit.
Yep.
Yeah,
We could definitely
I'm telling
clean
you,
up.
Morgan Moses is the right tackle. He's one that I would like.
Oh, damn.
He said Logan a part of the FBI.
Oh,
Right.
Man, imagine he caught that.
Uh-oh, somebody playing
Again,
the beats. Who playing the beats?
There's
Hey, get that beat off here.
You gonna get us cut off, man.
Right.
He said
It's you, ain't it, Logan?
No, it's not. God, why you guys always blame me whenever something
Yeah,
happens?
Because you always
ain't it,
doing
Logan?
something.
Yeah, because you're always doing something.
Why did I start a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Because you crave attention, sir.
Oh my fuck.
You wanted to be bald. That's why you came on here.
Oh shit, Nate, we watched you get beat up in a boxing match the
oh,
other
he
night.
left.
Right.
Listen, bro, I try my best out there.
Damn, why'd you leave, Logan? Oh,
Logan
Logan,
leave?
you can't be soft skinned like that, man. Come on, man. Hop back in the stream, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man. See, that what
I
I'm talking
get
about.
harassed all the friggin' time. He sticks around, laughs like hell for that.
Right.
Joel, you're smoking crack. Joel, you're oh my god. I get crushed. Jesus.
He do be killing you, Joe. And then he
Yeah.
get mad when somebody gives it back to him. Come on,
Right.
you gotta take your ass back on this stream and take your medicine like a man, son.
Right.
Damn Deception said it looks like Mr. Clean.
No, I'm just
You done
playing, bro.
crying? You done crying?
I said I'm just playing, bro.
No, you wasn't.
We had to
And
make sure you
Joel-
came back on so you ain't go jump.
Yeah,
off the
exactly.
building.
We made him feel guilty. That's what it was.
Joel, the
Logan.
only reason we harassed you is because you said Derek Carr was better than Deshaun Watson.
Why don't you harass me for taking Miami over the Ravens, Peckerhead?
I said that.
How about
Derek
how
Carr.
about when Detroit covered on Chicago?
Oh.
You want me to
actually
keep-
helped me out, bro.
Exactly.
He's called some good ones. You
He
gotta
did
give
help
Joel
you
that.
out
He
because
called
when you
some
shaved
damn
your
good
head,
ones.
all them lights had to leave.
Oh my god, bro.
Hey, Joe, what about this lineman? Ben Jones, center, Tennessee.
Hey, Logan.
Yeah.
I'm preparing you for the real world.
There's some good offensive linemen
The
going to hit
real
the free
world is
agent
not going to
market.
care about your emotions. They care about how you feel today. You can come in here sad, depressed, going through a divorce and your job, and the world's going to be like, fuck you, Logan. Suck it up. So get used to people talking shit, learning how to deal with assholes like me in the real world so you don't go postal one day.
That's right, because if it wasn't for us assholes, you little shits wouldn't be running around.
Damn right.
Right.
He said, "Who has?" I'm guessing you mean next year. Deception. Watson or Carr? That's a hard question to answer because who knows what they're gonna do with Watson next year? They may try to put him on that exempt list. I mean, who knows?
They might end up with
If
Kaepernick.
Watson is playing,
There was a guy.
Is Watson.
There was a guy on the stream who said, "What has Deshaun Watson ever done passing wise? My guy just lead the league in NFL yards, bro." And then he proceeded to say, "I don't like fans who are delusional. Maybe you should look in a mirror."
It just sounds like he has a problem with him because of. Let me be quiet. Listen, a lot of these quarterbacks that you guys be hyping up that y'all say is the second coming of Joe Montana or Peyton Manning or Tom Brady end up being bust. Okay, they ain't half as mobile, half as smart, half as capable, half as athletic as Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, Michael Vick, Randall Cunningham, Warren Moon. You know, these guys that you guys never wanted to give their credit to because of their melanin. Stop that shit, man.
Because of their what?
That was a big word for you, Joe. That wasn't for you. That was for the asshole who was in the comments.
Who said that in the comments?
Whoever Logan was talking about.
There was a guy on the stream. I'm not going to point out names, but yeah. I'll just be quiet.
Well, my only argument.
I'm quite sure Joe is not saying he doesn't like Deshaun Watson because he's black.
Oh
no,
that
is like the farthest.
That had nothing to do with Joe. Joe,
It has nothing
listen.
to do with Joel.
If I thought Joe was a racist, I wouldn't talk to him. I
So
don't
I'm
like
saying-
anybody. I prefer
I'm
dogs to
saying
humans.
Logan, who was the person who said it? Because the only
It
person
was-
I know that said Deshaun Watson wasn't the greatest Joe.
The
You
guy
said
who
he's on
said
the
it was
stream.
black, so it has nothing to do with that.
Well, I gotta go, fellas. Little man woke up. I'll be
Oh
back.
crap, Lou.
Yeah, I hear him too. All right, little man. Get healthy, bro.
Listen,
Safe, man.
I just look. My thing with it all is, look, what Lou just named off. They're phenomenal quarterbacks. I'm not taking anything away from their accomplishments. And my only argument against quarterbacks like that is if you look at that class that Lou just named off, they have one ring. I mean, we want championships. And what I'm trying to show is that championships come from a pocket quarterback. I mean, yeah, Russell Wilson has one, too. Mahomes and Wilson.
Yeah, I was gonna say
But if you look over the course of history, I mean, Randall Cunningham was ahead of his time, but he never really had that 13-14 win season. He might have tore up his knee the first year, I think it was. But
I think it was his third year, Joe, when he tore up his knee.
I mean, Cunningham was just way ahead of his time. In today's offense, he would be lightning in a bottle. I tell you what, Cunningham would be better than Mahomes because they'd know how to use him. They didn't know how to use him back then.
Hey, can you make an argument that Deshaun Watson's better than Mahomes?
Yeah,
I think if he went to a better situation, I don't think he'd be better, but I think he definitely won a couple MVPs.
You says Carr is better than Watson this year, Joe. It's been fact.
He was number one in the passing list. He was.
Just because he ain't playing this year. I guess.
I mean, Carr was up there when it comes to the passers, yards and everything. He was top of the league.
Well, I'm glad. I wasn't saying that you were, Joe. I'm just glad you're clearing up exactly what you mean. That's a great point. Between all the quarterbacks that he named, there's only been 2 Super Bowl wins. I get it.
Right.
But let's be real. Quarterbacks that does have melanin don't get the same opportunities.
I will agree 100% with that.
Quarterbacks.
I will agree.
See what I'm saying?
I agree 100%.
They mess up 1 year. They mess up 1 year, or they don't do what you think they should do in 1 year. You want to get rid of them. Cam Newton went through that situation with the Patriots, even though I think Belichick pretty much made the right decision. That's a former MVP and a former MVP in this league and a former Super Bowl participant. And he didn't get any respect out there as far as you build a whole team. Now you get rid of him and let Mac Jones take it over. You didn't even give him a shot. They say you're terrible because you play on a team that had nobody that was on there because everybody was out due to COVID concerns and opted out the season. So he's out there playing with second string, third string, fourth string players. And then when you do get the players, guess what? They get rid of you and they bring in, the pocket passer. That's what we'll call them, the pocket passer.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
People like Randall Cunningham didn't get the same opportunity. There's a guy in Pittsburgh that might have should have had the Super Bowls that Terry Bradshaw had.
Can I ask this question, Pat? Because it seems to me that even in college, they use the kid's athletic ability more than developing him to throw the ball. Instead of using both, it's I have to win now in college to keep my job. This is what he's good at, is one read and throw. So I'm just going to have him do that instead of developing his arm, teaching him how to read a defense, teaching him. So, I mean, even in high school, we're seeing this because we watch these kids, these 5-star recruits coming out. They're not being developed to really throw the ball. They're using their athleticism.
And I think that's wrong because when you bring in, like I said, that's what we'll call it on the stream to keep it PG, the pocket passer. You develop him. You teach him how to read these coverages and everything. The other quarterback, that's what we'll call it to keep it PG. You tell him just go in there, use your animal athleticism and run this ball and get us touchdowns. You really think in Texas they developed Vince Young before he came out?
No, I watched that game. I watched him at Texas.
Vince Young was amazing out there in college, but you really think they put the time into Vince Young?
Could have won the Heisman.
No, they didn't.
Like USC put the time into a Carson Palmer or Matt Leinart at that time. You think they put the effort into that? You think they put the effort into that recently with Jalen Hurts?
The only one that you can really say they did that with was McNabb at Syracuse, and they ran a lot of wishbone. But he still got developed into a passing quarterback.
And guess what? Andy Reid saved his career. Because if you didn't go to Andy Reid, I promise you it'd be the same.
Right.
Another quarterback that turned out to be pretty well, even though his coaching was trash, Steve McNair.
Yeah, McNair was phenomenal with Tech.
Who knows what Steve McNair could have been if he would have had a good coach?
Right.
He had Jeff Fisher his whole career, and he actually took a Jeff Fisher-led team to a Super Bowl. And got within a couple of yards of tying and taking it to overtime.
Yep.
So imagine what Steve McNair could have been if he would have got opportunities. Guess what? You think if Tom Brady wasn't a pocket passer, if he was the other quarterback, that Tom Brady would be Tom Brady?
I mean,
you think they would have gave him the time to develop like they did with him if he was the other quarterback?
But then if you
would have been in there so fast when he got healthy.
Look at
Drew Bledsoe could have came back that year.
I mean, you could look at Jameis Winston. He was getting, they were trying to get him, but he was, 30 picks, 30 touchdowns. They were trying to develop him, but now he went to the Saints and you don't see that same effort.
Because Sean Payton doesn't believe in him. And Bruce Arians has ego. He has pride.
Right.
He's known as the quarterback whisperer, so he's going to do whatever he can to make his quarterback look good because he has a reputation of uphold.
Right.
Be real.
But I'm just showing examples and different, what happens to people. And
yeah. I mean, look what Tyrod Taylor, look what they use him as. He's been the gateway quarterback for 4 of your top quarterbacks.
Right.
They used him and then they drafted one and kicked him out.
Warren Moon, he was, man, that guy could sling a ball. Oh my God, I loved watching Warren. I loved watching Warren Moon.
Yeah, they told him he couldn't throw.
Right, I remember that. I remember when he come out.
A guy that's splitting people's fingers open when he throws the ball, but he has no arm.
Right.
So he had to go play in the CFL at the
Yeah, he
time?
played in the CFL for a couple of years, and then he
Warren
went to the
Moon.
Houston Oilers.
Warren Moon is the
Warren
only
Moon was
player.
Warren Moon was in his 30s when he came into the league and still threw
Yep.
for 40,000
Yep.
yards.
Yep.
Warren Moon is the only player in NFL history to be in the CFL and NFL Hall of Fame.
Yep. Yep. I remember.
And they told him he couldn't throw. So what film was you watching? Because believe it or not, they still had film back then in the early 90s. They still had film.
Yep.
So I don't
They
want to
had
hear
film
that
in the
trash
70s.
either. Yeah, I don't want to hear that trash either. They have film. What film were you watching where you say this dude couldn't throw the ball? You didn't say he couldn't even play. You said he couldn't throw.
Right.
Where did that come from? So, yes, Joe, you have a major point of what you said. There's only 2 Super Bowl rings between those quarterbacks that he named. But where's the opportunities?
Right. Right. I agree 100%.
If you want to keep it funky, where's the opportunities? Because there's been plenty of other quarterbacks that came into the league. They get one game. You got one game to come in with a trash team and take us to the promised land.
Right.
And you can even win a couple of games. But if that pocket passer gets healthy, guess where you're going?
And that's that.
So that's where I come from on the situation, because that's kind of personal to me.
Well, I'm right there with you, Pat. I agree. There's not enough opportunities, or it's not the right opportunity. I agree 100% with that. I wish I could say that, running quarterbacks, because, Warren Moon should have a ring. Randall Cunningham should have a ring. There's so many that I could name that at least should have made the game.
Yeah, like I said, Terry Bradshaw got 4 rings with the Steelers, and there was a other quarterback that was on that team that was obviously better, and they never gave him a shot. Got rid of him. And was Terry Bradshaw the best quarterback? No. That defense was vicious.
That's like when Slash got an opportunity to be a quarterback for the Steelers. I loved that.
Mm-hmm. Cordell Stewart.
Yeah, he was a damn good, from going from wide receiver to quarterback and then getting that shot. They gave him 3-4 years.
But quarterbacks like him, they didn't know what to do with him.
Exactly.
He was still he was like late 90s. Like
but Rooney saw the
98.
talent. The coaching staff
did.
saw the talent and gave that kid an opportunity.
They just didn't know what to do with him.
Right. That's like with Cunningham. Same way.
Yeah.
Way before their time. Slash in today's offenses, my God, he'd be a terror.
Mm-hmm. Randall could pass, Adam. Yes, he could.
I want people to realize, man, I'm just going off past history. It's by no means, way, shape, or form anything else outside of analytics. That's it. I ain't like that. I don't cross that side of the street.
Yeah,
I sleep on.
Lou, I'm glad Lou brought it up, because that's a subject that's right there for me, because I'm a sports fanatic and I know a lot of things. I know a bunch of quarterbacks that I've seen.
Oh,
that
touchdown Cardinals.
So it's 27-20.
By Connor.
Yep, 27-20. What's up, Giant Opinion Sports?
What's going on, GOP? Just saying, if they would have got opportunities like other quarterbacks got, pocket passes as we call them,
developed.
I think they could have did it. Yeah. You don't develop the guy; you just throw him out there.
Right.
Let's say when Vic was with the Falcons, if they actually would have tried to develop an offense around him instead of just making him go out there and use his athleticism because he was so great.
Hell, if Virginia Tech would have done that.
Man, yeah, Virginia Tech did the same thing to him. They just told him to go out there and make plays with your legs.
Yep.
And you got this rocket of an arm, so you can do things.
Thank you, Lou.
Yeah, we know that. Man, if you don't know that, you're crazy. You're not hanging around them enough. But they told him go out there, use that rocket arm to make amazing plays, because he can fit that ball into some places that most quarterbacks couldn't. Michael Vick had a hell of an arm. So imagine if they actually tried to create a system like they did with Lamar Jackson. That's why I give John Harbaugh and them credit. I'll always give them credit.
Yes.
Because if they would have, if he would have came into the league and they would have tried to force him to be a pocket passer type quarterback, I don't think he would have made it. Because he wasn't taught that at Louisville. He wasn't taught that. Just go out there, kid, make me some plays with your legs and throw that ball as hard as you can to somebody that gets open for you after you get done running around. But they actually created a system for Lamar Jackson and made it based around him. And I was like, man, this is genius what they're doing over there.
And they had that plan too, because they moved back up into the first round and said, bye-bye, Flacco. You're not the guy.
Right.
Even though Flacco won him a title, they're like, nah, you're done.
But it took the cojones of Ozzie Newsome to do that.
Yes, it did.
With the
and then
GM
Harbaugh
that they
saw.
have now, with the GM that they have now, do you think he does that? I don't think.
You know what? I would honestly like to believe so. I really would. If Ozzie Newsome had installed anything into that upper office, which is why I would love to have one of their underlings for our GM, because he saw the potential. Those guys learned from Ozzie Newsome. Ozzie Newsome had killer drafts.
Man,
third, fourth, fifth rounders.
Yeah.
Man, you tell me those boys didn't learn anything, because last year everyone said the Ravens had one of the best drafts again. And it's year after year after year they're rebuilding that team. Look at the injuries they have, and they're plug and play right now.
Yeah, they picked up Devontae Freeman off the street.
Yeah,
right. And he's doing well.
Exactly.
And I ain't gonna lie, he did well when he was over here too. When he got the chance, when he was with the Giants, he did decent when he got the chance.
Right. But I would like to think that the Ravens upper management and Harbaugh would see that and still reach up there into the first round and grab him at 32. I would like to believe that.
I don't know, Joe. I don't know.
I don't either.
But I mean, we could get on a better subject. I mean, a happier subject. But that subject always, a lot of people say, "Oh man, he runs." I mean. Now you want the quarterback like that, because that's where the league is going.
Yes. But they're not out there because of colleges, because of high schools, not developing correctly. It all starts in the beginning. With a high school coach, if they're playing 4A, 5A, 6A ball, what's it all about? Win at any cost. So development has gone right out the window. Why do you think the NFL teams are trying to change to college ball? Because it's easier for kids in college to come into the NFL then.
Right, because like I said, other quarterbacks, as we call them, they're not being taught.
Right.
And to be honest with you, I think you just write him off and think that he can't be taught. We're just going to get him because he's an athlete. Let's throw him out there, let him make some plays with his legs. He's faster. He's bigger. He's stronger than everybody else. So just throw him out there, let him make some plays with that animal athleticism, as they call it.
You
and go out there and make some plays for us.
If you watch football, you can't deny that, because I see that in college with the smaller schools. You see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, look at Liberty.
Yep.
I mean, you look in the NFL now. I mean, QBs get a year. You look what happened with Josh Rosen in Arizona.
Yeah.
And Josh Rosen got a raw deal. Let's be real. He did get a raw deal, even though I don't like his attitude. But he would have bombed 1 year with a team that was just absolutely terrible. There was nobody on that team. And he bombed. And guess what? They brought in a new hot coach. He brought in his own quarterback. There you have it.
He should have stayed in school for another 2 years. He might have been something, but him coming out early was the biggest mistake he ever made. He might have had at least a career enough where he might have been eligible for a second contract, but maybe a backup career backup.
Yeah,
you can say what you want about Glennon being bad, but man, that man, I will gladly take the amount of money that man has made to pick spinners out of his bottom. I really would. I would. If I was good enough to be a Mike Glennon, you bet your ass I'd be thinking, yeah, I'm a gold jacket dude, man. I'm the second string gold jacket, baby. Hell yeah.
Right.
I get paid millions of dollars to work out a little bit and travel. Shit, go to a football game for free? Damn. You
living
kidding
the
me?
life.
Sign me
Living the
up.
life. But man, yeah, I mean, you're right. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and say that you're wrong about what you're saying because you're absolutely right. As far as the analytics side, I just wanted people to think about the other side as well.
I like the way this conversation went. That's why you sub this guy up right here. That way. Yeah, that way. You sub him up. We can realistically talk just about anything and be civil about it and respect each other's views.
That's one thing I never like to do is just disrespect somebody because they have a different viewpoint than what I have.
Right.
Because sometimes they have valid points and you may have valid points. And sometimes you may just have to disagree and move along.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that's how you determine who you hang around with and associate with and who you don't hang around and associate with.
Right.
It's facts.
You know, you think we'd do this if me and Pat were a lot different in our thinking? Hell no, we wouldn't be sitting here on screen.
They'll be clashing with each other.
Right.
Yeah, no, man. You got to be able to take other people's opinions, man. I mean, because they might open up your eyes to something that you didn't necessarily see.
Yeah.
You know, just from their point of view. It's happened a lot. I mean, I just said it yesterday, man. I mean, I was on a ledge almost, you know, just hearing facts that, you know, Pat was putting out there, man. I mean, it made a lot of sense. And now it's like, I mean, I don't know, man.
Therapy sessions are a wonderful thing. I'm not going to kid you, you know.
Oh, they are. They are.
I got a serious question for you guys, though. You might like this question. Do you think the times of the pocket passer, as we call it, do you think the times of that guy are starting to dwindle away?
Yes.
Do you think the other quarterback is starting to take over?
Yes.
I think so, man. I mean, and I'm not gonna.
What I mean by the other quarterback, yes, I do mean melanated quarterbacks, black quarterbacks. Well, you think the style of like the Michael Vick and the Randall Cunninghams back in the day, do you think that would be the style going forward? Or will they find a way to keep the aging dinosaurs like the Aaron Rodgers?
I'm going to be honest with you right now, Pat, because I would rather see what Lamar is trying to do going forward. Lamar wants to be known as a pocket passer. He really does. And if Lamar can become that pocket passer, he's going to be that much more above everybody else. When he hits that level of coaching and you know, look, in 2 or 3 years, Harbaugh, you can see, is working with him, trying to improve his accuracy, giving him shots downfield. You see that development. I see it from first year till now. If the league develops into that, we're all in trouble because those guys are going to be few and far between.
Yeah.
You think Tom Brady is great right now? If Lamar has that touch on the ball on the deep passes and excels to where, you know, he's completing a lot more, look out. You got that guy and the cap's going up, he's going to be a $60-70 million quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'll see, because I don't think there's going to be another Lamar Jackson. I think there's going to be players that, you know, the media is going to try to compare to Lamar Jackson.
They're already doing one right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Malik Willis.
But honestly, I think we're going to see more players like the Justin Herberts, the Burrows, the Deshaun Watsons, because Deshaun Watson, not for nothing, we all know he got a hell of an arm, but he's elusive as well. You know, he could be in the pocket, but you know, he can get out the pocket as well.
That's what I meant. A lot of people think that I meant just a quarterback that's just running all over the field like Vic was in the beginning of his career. No, I'm talking about the quarterback that Michael Vick turned to in Philadelphia. I think that's one of the most dangerous type quarterbacks that you can have. We'll call them hybrids. I think Deshaun Watson is a hybrid. I think he can run when he needs to, and I think he's one of the best passers in the league when he's on that field. That's why I hold him at such a high regard. That's why me and you clash a little bit with Deshaun Watson, because I know that kid can do things that other quarterbacks can't.
Because I'm looking at it, because could you imagine if Donovan McNabb was just a little bit more shiftier? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
If Donovan McNabb was a little shiftier, oof.
Right.
Oof. That's what I think in the league wants to go to.
I mean, I think for sure, I think you're going to see, especially with Herbert, man. I mean, I think you're going to see a lot of teams out there try to go, looking at, the Watson kind of quarterbacks, the Herberts. Burrow's having a hell of a year. I mean, I'm not going to put Lawrence up there. I think Lawrence, as bad as of a season as he's having, I still think he's one talented player, man. I mean,
just look at Mac Jones. Mac Jones isn't mobile.
No.
But look at the Patriots.
Actually,
I think Mac Jones just benefits because of Belichick knows.
He does, but
yeah. I mean,
Mac Jones is going to be good. He's going to be probably one of those last quarterbacks that's the statue. That's what I mean about the pocket passer, the statues, the Peyton Mannings, the Eli Mannings, the Bradys. I think Aaron Rodgers was a hybrid. I think he's a hybrid, and I think that's where I think that's where the quarterbacks are going. Look at Justin Herbert. Give him a little bit more polish. That dude, look at the pass he made against us yesterday. That was one hell of a pass. He threw that 65 yards on a rope on a run.
Getting hit too.
Yeah, getting hit.
30-20, Rams are leading.
Yeah. Getting hit. That's arm talent for your ass right there, what he did. Even though we shouldn't have gave that up. That was still one hell of a throw he made. That's where I think the quarterbacks are going to. And
I'm not going to lie. I would honestly like to see Chicago shut down Fields. I really would. He's just getting killed.
Yeah, he's getting hit. Yeah.
I wish that Chicago, but Matt Nagy is, he's not going to be here next year. I'd like to see ownership go in and shut him down, so that way he's got some confidence left next year, get healthy.
Yeah, their offensive line is.
Yeah, Chris, that's why I said he's a hybrid. He's a hybrid.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can't just call him a straight pocket passer because he can move. He can get out the pocket.
Right.
So he's not just a pocket passer. I believe that's where the quarterback position is going to. You're going to see a lot more of people that look like me at these quarterback positions.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Oh, absolutely. I mean, if that's definitely the combo, I agree with you there, man. I really agree with you there, man.
The reason is because the league is a business. And when that type of quarterback puts butts in the seats and it makes you a better team and he's more exciting than what a regular pocket pass will be, if you're a pocket passer in this league going into the next 5 to 6 to 7 years, you're going to have to be one bad and mofo. I'm telling you that now.
I can see that coming. I can see these coaches.
I believe. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say, look at the coaches that will be coming up into the NFL here soon. The NFL is starting to roll over that way. So we're talking about who the hell are we going to get as the coach of the Giants that's distinguished, that has, the finesse to come in and lead this team and get wins on the board again. They're not out there anymore. I mean, Andy Reid's not going to be around much longer. Tampa Bay, his coach isn't going to be around much longer. All these older, experienced, established coaches are not in the league anymore.
Right.
I mean, you got Harbaugh, but, and you got Tomlin with the Steelers, but those guys ain't going anywhere. They're set for life. So it's like, okay, so who are the up-and-coming coaches? These are the guys that are starting to pick up on the stuff that's happening right now with the NFL quarterback. And there's going to be guys that are going to exploit this and figure it out as to, how to utilize these guys to all their talent instead of part of it.
Yeah. And hold
It's
on
going to
one
be a
second.
changing league.
This is the type of quotes that I'm saying. He says, I don't care what color my quarterback is, but I ain't watching read option 90% of the plays. I'll just watch college football if that's true. Who says they have to be read option quarterbacks? Is Deshaun Watson a read option quarterback? No. Is Patrick Mahomes a read option quarterback? No.
We're watching one right now, Kyler Murray. He's not a read option.
Yeah, is he a read option quarterback? No. So just because they can use their legs doesn't mean they have to be a read option quarterback. I told you they're hybrids. They're pocket passers that can move. There's a difference. It's not a gimmick like what RG3 was when they used that gimmick when RG3 was turning up the lead because it was fresh and brand new and nobody really seen it. But when they got film on it, guess what? RG3 kept getting hurt.
Yep.
Because they said, okay, you want to keep running this read option? We'll keep popping RG3 every single time, like they're doing with Jalen Hurts. Same thing.
Like the Giants did.
Yep.
Popped him every single time, and his body couldn't hold up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, not getting on you, John Opinion Sports, not saying anything bad about you. He says, I hate the gimmick stuff, man, like you just said. Yeah, I mean, I'm not with – just because you can use your feet doesn't mean you have to be a gimmick.
Right.
What the Ravens did with Lamar Jackson, I'll say it again. I'll always commend them for what they did for that kid because they built a system around him.
But
you
what they do with Lamar – what they do with Lamar, Pat, though, is they make a play for him, and then he is just so spectacular. The play breaks down. He makes stuff happen. That's his athleticism. But they're going in there with a designed play, and if it's covered or something, you can't one-on-one this man. You have to have 2 or 3 guys ready to tackle him because he's electric. They're letting him do that.
And the way that they run it, it saves him from getting hurt.
Yep.
Because it's not just a read option where you can just pop them out every time. No, they
actually
call them run plays.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't think that the league would fully abandon the pocket passer. I think even if the QB is mobile, they're still going to try to teach them that pocket presence. You still got to be able to hang in the pocket.
That's the exact reason why I said hybrids.
Yeah,
right.
They're hybrids. Deshaun Watson can do everything that Tom Brady can as far as reading the field and everything. Probably not as sharp because Tom Brady is an anomaly. That dude, man, that's probably one of the sharpest quarterbacks I've ever seen. Like, he's there. But he can Deshaun Watson does it well as well. Go ahead, Joe.
I remember when Sports Illustrated come out and Kit Cunningham was on the cover, and I think they said, is the age of the pocket quarterback disappearing?
Mm-hmm.
I seem to recall articles about asking questions like that with Cunningham and Moon and all them guys coming out.
Yeah, because Cunningham was the first that you've ever seen that was a quarterback like what he was doing.
Right.
But Philly didn't really know what to do with him, and they wound up getting him hurt.
Mm-hmm. Because when he went to Minnesota, boy, he balled out.
Yeah, he balled out. They didn't know what to do with him.
Yeah.
And he got hurt.
And one QB we haven't mentioned yet, although he's not having the year he had last year, don't think that other teams around the league aren't going to try to find themselves a Josh Allen. I mean, he's still got a hell of an arm. He's good in the pocket. He's mobile. He's not having the best year, but, I mean, there's a lot of teams that would take him. So I think we're going to see the elusive quarterbacks, but I think we're going to see more big arm quarterbacks than anything, which, I mean, as a fan, I love it. I wish we had something like that, but
the big arm quarterback has always been the thing in the NFL. Big arm quarterbacks, man, that's never gonna go away. You got a big arm, you're gonna get into the league.
Facts.
I mean, Jay Cutler, come on, Jay Cutler is in the league.
Yeah.
Let's be real. You got a big arm, you're gonna be in the league. But the people that I'm saying is gonna be hard for them to get in is gonna be the people like Phillip Rivers when he got older and couldn't move.
Yeah.
I think those quarterbacks are going to be rare. And the team that has him is going to be rare, and he's going to have to be a bad mofo.
Right.
Where that coach is really going to have to know what he does, know what he's doing.
Right.
Because you can't tell me that the quarterbacks that can maneuver in that pocket and run and pass. Look at the quarterbacks that are being drafted. Look at Justin Fields, same build, same mode. Justin Herbert, same build, same mode. My boy in Jacksonville, Prince Charming, same build, same
Prince
mode.
Charming.
Josh Allen. Even Baker Mayfield, he moved it around a little bit. Kyler Murray. Look at the quarterbacks. Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
What do they call him? Eli Manning with feet. Ain't that a hybrid?
Right.
That's where the league is going to. That's why I love sports so much. I pay
Me
attention to things like that.
Me
Just
too.
like you said earlier, where the coaches are going to come from. All the good coaches, it's almost a wrap, man. The youngest of the old is going to be Mike Tomlin. You might have Mike Tomlin around for another 10, 15 years.
Oh, my goodness. If Mike Tomlin, oh, man, I'm really going to feel my age then.
Because I remember Mike Tomlin was the young buck at one point in time.
33, 34?
I think he was 34 when he first got his coaching job.
So, yeah, something like that when he got with the Steelers. He was, yeah, because I can remember, wow, when he got hired, everyone was like,
whoa,
34?
What the hell's going on? Yeah. Everybody said that was a dumb hire.
Yeah, yep.
And he turns out to win a Super Bowl in what, 2 years?
And not only that, he's never had a losing season. Never.
No,
Never. His whole career.
I think his worst season was 8-8.
Could you imagine?
Even this year, this is one of his worst teams. Big Ben is washed.
Yeah.
And that team was down 29-0, and they were for a reception away from taking it to overtime. That's crazy how they fight for that dude. Penalties and all, turnovers, all. Big Ben throwing bad passes. You're down 29-0 going to fourth quarter, and you lose 36-28. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yep, everybody left everything on the field that game.
Yes, they did, and was a good play from a Pro Bowl safety away from getting it to the end zone and maybe getting a 2-point conversion of Tire to take it to overtime. I mean, they were getting killed that game.
Those coaches aren't around anymore. They're getting developed right now.
That's why you got people like the Joe Judges. That's why you got people like the Robert Salas. They're trying to find the next new batch of coaches because, believe it or not, the coaches matter in this league too.
Yeah, they're gone. They're gone.
You don't think this league is scrambling after Tom Brady retires? I think they're in a good position because of the last 4 to 5 draft classes have been awesome.
Right.
With people like Justin Herbert and them, you can pass the torch to people like him to be the face of the league. Yeah. But about 4 to 5 years ago, 6 years ago, this league was scared because who was going to take over after Tom Brady? If Tom Brady retired when he was supposed to, the league would have been in trouble.
Yep.
Drew Brees went out. Tom Brady was the last one. Remember, man, the quarterbacks that Eli, Brees, Brady, Manning,
Peyton.
Rivers,
Yep.
Big Ben. Those quarterbacks all through the league. Aaron Rodgers.
Well, Rodgers isn't going to be, 3-4 years. Wilson.
Yeah, he's going to be gone.
3, 4, 5 years. Everybody's scrambling right now.
Yeah, then you got the quarterbacks that bring up the rear until the other guys retire, like the Russell Wilsons.
Yep.
Now Russell Wilson's going to have to be top dog. After Rodgers retires, he's going to have to be top dog about 3 to 4 years. Who knows? But I think the league is very good at quarterback position now because like the last 5 to 6 drafts.
Because Tannehill ain't never going to be the face of this league.
Right. Right.
If you're looking at those quarterbacks right there in that, 28, 30, 32 range, I mean, Wilson's the only one.
Yeah. Guess who saved the league after quarterbacks like Dan Marino and then retired? Brett Favre. Brett Favre took over as the face of the league, and he held it for a long time. Brett Favre, Drew Bledsoe, those quarterbacks.
Yeah.
After Jim Kelly and them retired.
Oh, Majkowski at Green Bay. Remember Majkowski? Yeah.
Yeah. And then the Packers were bold enough to trade for the Falcons when they had Brett Favre.
Yep.
Turned out to be magic. 3-time MVP. The league knows what they're doing. But now they're trying to cycle coaches.
Yep.
Because the coaches are leaving. Andy Reid's pushing 70?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll, I know he's over 70.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Pete Carroll, Belichick.
Yeah. You think Belichick's gonna be able to do it for another 10 years? I don't think so. I think
Tampa
if he
Bay?
gets a ring, he's
What the hell is
gone.
his name?
Bruce Arians?
Yeah, Arians.
He's almost 70 now.
Yeah.
He's past 70.
My God, look how old Ron Rivera is.
Right.
I remember when he was on that Chicago Bears team in '85.
Right. So the league is going to need, how many coaches do you know? Besides the coach over there in Dallas, he was just really like a second string coach.
Harbaugh.
Yeah, Harbaugh, that's it.
Yeah.
So who's the next coach? Is Robert Saleh, is he next with the Jets? Is Joe Judge next?
Shanahan? McVay?
McVay, that's who's next. Yeah, McVay. Sean Payton, is he going to be able to do it for too much longer? Is he just getting tired?
Good point. Yeah, he's getting old. Christ, it was the 80s when
doing it.
90s when Sean Payton was our OC.
Yeah. So now the league is going to be searching for coaches. It was supposed to be Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck retired.
I'm sorry, but I don't see Bill O'Brien getting another head coaching job after that fiasco in tennis or Texas.
Mike Vrabel, is he next? Who's that next great head coach after Tomlin and them retired?
Yeah, I think it's got to be McVay. If he wins a Super Bowl, it's got to be McVay.
McVay has to win a Super Bowl. Do you think he's going to get a Super Bowl out there anytime soon? Do you think this is his year? Because I promise you, if they don't do it with all these first-round picks they gave up in the next 2 to 3 years,
the Giants'
it's gonna look
opinion
real
sport.
bad.
Oh,
They've already made their money, though. That's the thing. These guys have been in the league for, 30, 40 years. I mean, an offensive court. These guys have money in the bank, man. They don't have to do this anymore. They do it because they want to.
You know how strenuous a coach's job is?
My God, they sleep in the offices for weeks at a time. They don't even go home.
These things matter, man. The face of the league matters. Who's the face of your league?
You know.
Do you know how scared the NBA was when Jordan was retired?
Ooh.
Why do you think they hyped LeBron up so much?
Right.
Why do you think they hyped up Kobe so much? The 80s. Who do you think was the face of the NBA in the 80s? It was Magic and Bird.
Yep, it was. Well, Detroit, Isaiah Thomas was for a few years. The bad boys of the Pistons.
That's why I like the Pistons so much. You know what the Pistons did that was so great? They played in the era where there was Magic and Bird and Jordan was on the come up, and they stopped Jordan from getting it, and it got theirs. And went through Bird, Magic, and Jordan to get theirs.
Yep.
And the league didn't like you.
No, they didn't. They hated
Lambeer.
Supposed
to win.
They hated Rodman and Lambeer.
Those 2 years the Pistons won, it was supposed to be Jordan. But they stopped them from getting it until they got too old and Jordan and finally took over. But they did something, what I call it, they broke the script.
Yep.
They went off script. It wasn't supposed to be them. Giant Opinion Sports says, I could care less who the NFL wants to rig games for. Just script my G-Man a few winning seasons.
Damn Skippy. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen. But I'm just saying, where's the new coaches coming from? That's a bad thought for the league because coaches matter.
Yes.
Because when you had people like the Herm Edwards and the Tony Dungy's, the Lovie Smiths, the Bill Cowers, all those coaches, you knew just about every coach that was on every team at one point.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Now you're getting to a point where you don't even know who's the coach on what
And
team.
we didn't even have the internet back then. And we knew who the coaches were.
Yeah.
And there was always a couple of coaches that weren't in the season as coaches that you knew were damn good. We're going to get an opportunity the following year. And there wasn't just one or two. There was 5, 6, 7.
Right. Think about that.
You don't have the depth anymore. It's gone.
Right. People don't think about that. This stuff I just sit there and think. I was like, you know what? Who the hell is going to be the next great coaches?
That's why I say, though, firing Joe Judge makes no sense. What a throw by Murray. Oh, my God.
That boy
all the way
nasty.
down to the Rams' 40-yard line. What a throw.
I just made my thumbnail for my next podcast.
Yeah, that was a vicious throw. My goodness.
Well, Matt Rule, you know, Christ, he might not even be here next year.
Matt Rule might not even be here.
Right. Right. So who the hell's going to replace? Who's going to replace these coaches that are coming in this year?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
You think these guys want to go to a bad situation? You think these guys want to become a Giants coach next year if we got rid of Judge? You really think they would?
And even if they do, Joe, what are they going to do?
Well,
they haven't proven anything.
The Eagles, when they hired Sirianni, they wanted to interview the offensive coordinator for the Bills. He didn't even get on a plane.
Right.
You know, I watched the Eagles content creators. They were upset with some of the shit that was going on with trying to get a coach in here. Look at us. Man, Shermer was our 3rd or 4th pick because the other first 2 didn't even want to come here. So these guys can pick and choose what they want to do, where they want to go.
He says Josh McDaniels. I think his next job, he will be good. Okay.
He's saving up to be the Patriots head coach. That's the job he wants.
Right.
He's not going
getting that job. Once Bill Belichick retires, he's getting that job.
Exactly.
It's either going to be him or his son.
They're not paying him $5-6 million a year just to be the OC.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So
he went and figured out what to do at Denver. Okay, yeah, that was a mistake. Now I know what to do.
Yeah, and I think Bill Belichick let him walk.
I do too.
On purpose.
Go find out.
He let him walk. Yeah, I think he let him walk on purpose because he knew he wasn't ready.
Right.
He let him walk on purpose. And you know, at that time, he was real arrogant.
Right.
He was real arrogant at that time, and he got humbled real quick.
And then, you know, you guys could say what you want about Judge, but you know what? Judge has 7 years under Belichick and then a few under Saban. And I after hearing everything, the news that's breaking and everything coming out with him guaranteed a 3rd year, even after this shit season, you know, I'm getting a little bit hyped for the draft and off season and free agency and what the changes are going to be. I'm not going to lie. I'm hyped.
I'm ready to see what's going to happen because, like I said, where are the coaches?
Right.
Where are these magical coaches that you want Joe Judge fired for? Who you bring in? People can't even name the people. Oh, we could get Jim Harbaugh. Really?
Yeah.
You know, you want Jim Harbaugh, you're coming up with at least 120 to 130 million just to talk to him?
Right.
And if Jim Harbaugh comes, what does he have? Is he bringing the whole Michigan roster with him?
Look how long it took him to turn that Michigan squad around.
Exactly. Yep. It took him 5 years.
Yeah. But he's winning football games.
Because of the crap coaches before him.
Right. Because of all their recruits.
It took him 5 years to beat Ohio State. It took him 5 years to beat Ohio State.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But he put the team together to do it.
Michigan could have fired him 2 to 3 years ago after he lost the big game to Ohio State. He continuously lost to Ohio State every year. They could have fired him. But guess what? They stuck with him. And now they're in the college football playoff.
Right.
And I think they get Cincinnati first. No. They get Georgia first. They get Georgia first because Alabama gets Cincinnati. If they beat Georgia, I will say this: they got a hell of a chance. They got a hell of a chance. And if he wins the college football playoff, 150 million at least.
He's set for life at Michigan. Set for life.
You want me to come to the NFL, 150 million, then we can talk.
Right. Right.
Because if John Gruden could get 100 million and he was an analyst, you giving me 100. I took Michigan back to the promised land. Michigan is back relevant again.
Hey, Jimmy Johnson got a pretty penny because he took Miami to all them championships.
Right.
And then because he had an attitude, wanted to do things his way, and Jerry Jones wanted to do his, he said, fine, screw you, I'm gone. I built the team. You'll win another Super Bowl, but that's it. You ain't going to win another one without me. Guess what?
One more Super Bowl with Jimmy Johnson's team with Barry Switzer.
Yep.
And after that, they haven't won a championship in damn near 30 years.
Yep.
But Giants fans want to go jump off a bridge because we've been bad for 10.
Right.
You know, we've been to 3 Super Bowls since the Cowboys won their last Super Bowl and won 2.
Yeah.
All right, field goal is good. Cardinals are going to go for an onside kick.
That's why I'm not putting no paper bag over my head.
No.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Ooh,
And
he
if
knuckled
really
that
wanna
one
be-
through.
And if you
23-30.
You really want to be petty, you can say we've made the playoffs in the last 5 years if you want to be petty, because in 2016, even though that season was crap, it still happened.
Yep.
Any other franchise will count that playoff year. But we're so spoiled and so proud of a franchise that we don't even count that year. Because we wasted Eli Manning's last chance to get a Super Bowl, I believe. If those kids catch the balls, because Eli was on one.
Mm-hmm.
I know what that Eli looked like. That Eli was going, man, that dude would have took us places. If those
He had that look, didn't he?
I know what playoff Eli looks like, and there's nothing better than playoff Eli. I promise you that. When he's on one, that dude was amazing.
Oh, let's see who's got the onside kick. The Cardinals might have it.
If they do, these onside kicks have been ridiculous this week.
When was the last time we converted an onside kick?
Last week.
Last game.
Oh, yeah. Outside of last game. My fault.
That was a great question. That was a great answer. We all knew that one.
Right.
I'm not going to lie.
Got it. Cardinals
got it.
Wow.
Let's get it. Only reason I want the Cardinals to win is because I'm a Kyler Murray fan.
Not me. I want the Rams to win it, because if the Rams win this freaking game, I go 14-2 on my parlay.
Right.
I only lost 2 freaking games this week. The
That's
Ravens
crazy.
smoked me, and the Panthers smoked me. I lost those 2 games. Everything else I picked.
I still think Kyler Murray is an underrated quarterback. A lot of people underrate him.
No,
He's a stud, man.
He's so good.
I just figured McVay.
I tell you what, you got one hell of an arm.
Oh, yeah.
Murray scrambling past the 50 to the 45, jukes a man to the 38-yard line, but there's a flag.
This will be a runoff on the clock, too.
Imagine we get another Hopkins Hail Mary back-to-back years.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, there was holding. I saw that.
I was watching that Hopkins catch live. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that Hopkins catch was ridiculous. I think it was like 3 defenders there.
This was bad holding, too. It was not even necessary.
There was 3 on his back and 1 in front of him.
Is that Justin Pugh?
It might have. He's in Arizona.
Yeah, that's what I said. 64. Is that Pugh?
No, I think that was a center, wasn't it?
No, it was left guard.
No, that's Harlow.
That was Harlow.
Harlow.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Harlow, yeah. Sean
All right.
Harlow.
20 seconds. But we get another Hopkins Hail Mary, bro.
I mean, I think Murray could still reach the end zone from right here if he wanted to.
There's a flag.
Another one?
False start. Yeah, this game's over.
Oh my God! Now it's 1st and 30.
I mean, it's not over yet. Murray is I've never seen. Well, I've seen it before, but Kyler Murray is so good at throwing crossbody on the run, man.
I think Kyler Murray, man, just give him an offensive line and keep developing him the way you're developing him. He's going to be an awesome quarterback. I can see the one in the ring out there in Arizona. They keep on this path.
Yep.
Maybe this year, but I don't know.
I mean, if they defense shows up, hell yeah. Why not?
Being chased by Donald, breaks a sack, and he's going to toss it to Andy Isabella. 18 seconds. He got to spike it. He's so elusive, bro. Oh, my God. All right. Here we go.
They're just going to throw the Hail Mary.
Oh, from the 42-yard line.
Ah, Donald.
Yep, that's a game.
That was such a good game.
They should have spiked it. It didn't do it. I don't know why they didn't spike it. But okay.
Yeah. Well,
I went 14 and 2.
let me check my fantasy leagues. See how I did.
But that's why I love the Big Ble Krew, because we think about things that other people are not thinking about.
Yes.
Yep.
So when I tell you, there's a reason why I told you they should keep Joe Judge. There's no candidates. Who are you going to get that's not already set for life? Who are you going to get good that's not already set for life? You just bring in another crapshoot coach that you're just hoping that he turns out to be good.
I mean, and it's like you gotta, as much as you want these coaches to replace Judge, they gotta want to come in. You feel me? Like they gotta want to be a part of the organization. Just because you want them here doesn't mean that they're gonna come.
Well, that's like I wanted to bring up earlier and forgot to. Joe Judge actually said, "I'm going to take this job, but we're going to do it right." Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And doing it right is keeping your coach for 3 to 4 years. Let them bring their guys in. We've been setting example after example after example. Look at Kingsbury right here. Brought his guy in.
Yeah.
Just brought that
from the very beginning.
Exactly. And they're winning. Now he's been hurt, injured, learning these bumps and bruises and everything. Look, he almost brought this team back.
Yeah.
You know?
Now imagine if you would have had to keep Josh Rosen.
Right.
Would he be the same Cliff Kingsbury if he didn't get to bring Kyler Murray with him and run his system from the get-go? He was the offensive coordinator. He brought his system, a quarterback that ran his system in college.
Right. He wanted him so bad in college.
Right.
He tried recruiting Murray so bad in college. What was he, at Texas Tech or something?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
He transferred to Oklahoma.
Yep.
That's major. Clean. He was able to bring his own quarterback and his own system from the jump. And that did wonders for the Cardinals. And then he did fillers throughout the whole roster. Okay, you need top weapons. Let's go get you Hopkins. Let's draft Christian Kirk. Let's bring in Rondell Moore. Okay, we need linemen. Let's trade for a lineman. Let's keep drafting linemen until we get it good. What, this is Kingsbury's third year now?
Yep.
And
his first year, were they good? No, last year they were pretty good, but faltered at the end. Did they fire him? No, they brought him back his third year. Guess what? They're 10-3 now. Still the second seed in NFC. NFC period. Second seed now.
let's look at the guy right on the television right now, Pat. I mean, is Stafford that much of an upgrade over Goff? He's an upgrade, but he's not that great of an upgrade, is he?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Super Bowl.
But you know what? McVay believes that he's the guy that could take him to that championship game and win the championship game. So McVay went out and got a quarterback that he believes can operate his system better than what he had. That's going out and getting his guy. But he gave Goff a couple of years to figure out if he was the guy. So
the Super Bowl year, he
that's
showed that he wasn't.
That's that timeline.
Joe Judge has never been able to bring his own offense to here.
Yep.
He wants somebody to run for him.
Yep.
Let's be real. He's never had his own quarterback. I don't know if he likes Daniel Jones or not. We'll see in this offseason. I believe he likes the kid. But
I think he does too. Shutting him down this early, I think he likes him too. And not only that, you give a quarterback a neck injury, that drops their draft stock.
Yeah, it does.
Look at Peyton. Hey, Ash, what's good?
What's going on, Ash?
What's up,
Like
Ash?
I said, either he has a trade in place already, or that's his guy, and he said, "Kid, I'm not gonna let you get killed.
Right.
You got a neck injury."
I heard you cut your hair. Did you shave it, Ash, or just get a fade?
Just cut it.
Shit, we gotta see how it look, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, Miz, I believe you're right.
No more Eric Flowers.
Oh man.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying, Miz? I don't know. I think you're right too. There's only
Does that
two
mean that
possibilities.
Ash Money went from Eric Flowers to Kevin Hart?
Wow.
Damn.
Oh, he said he cut off all his hair. He's still famous.
It's true.
He's even more famous now.
I know he is. He's way more famous.
But either they got a trade in place for Daniel Jones already, or that's his quarterback and he's telling them, "Hey, look, we're not going to get you killed." Because if he had structural damage to his neck, they would have been reported it already, and he wouldn't be out there passing.
Practicing, yeah. It's nice to see that, Miz. I'm not gonna lie. The continuity, the not giving up so soon, not panicking, letting people develop, letting coaches develop, letting the staff, letting these guys, the owner and everybody, letting these guys do their thing.
You don't have a choice if you're the Giants. You fire this guy. Who the hell are you gonna bring in here?
I know. That's what I've been screaming the first of the year, Pat. I was screaming that.
Kim Jones for head coach.
I think they're gonna put him in against Washington. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They might. That's why Tony might be on the COVID list. They're trying to save him for when Jones comes
Save
out.
him for next year.
Yep.
Might as well.
I mean, all of a sudden, all your main players just coming up with major injuries now. Leonard Williams ain't been hurt since he's been here. Now all of a sudden he has an elbow that's gonna keep him out the rest of the year.
Well, I did see him go back to the locker room.
Yeah, I think he did hurt his elbow, but I think that guy could come back in about 2 weeks.
Right.
Say, you know what? It ain't even worth it. I
Right.
like you, kid. You're not on the bubble. Sit your ass down for the rest of the season. Get healed. Go train this all season. Come back ready to terrorize something.
Right. Guess what we're gonna put next to you? Watch this.
Right.
I got plans next year.
You know a guy that may be on the bubble? Kenny Galladay. Why do you think they keep shoving him out there, even though he might be hurt or
He
something?
might.
They don't see something.
We got breaking news. AJ Green joins DeAndre Hopkins, Antonio Brown, Deshaun Jackson, and Julio Jones as the only active player with over 10,000 career receiving yards.
It's impressive. Yeah, he's doing well over there in Arizona, man.
He's actually revitalized his career.
Yeah.
Even though he made that dumb mistake in that one game we did. I don't know what the hell he was thinking.
Controller disconnected on that last play.
Right. Oh, thank you for the 3 subscribers. Oh, cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm up to
Congrats,
129.
Yep, I'm at 679, almost at 680, 20 away from 700. Let's get it.
Let's go, man. Congrats. Hell yeah.
Miz says, look,
than that.
he says, Joe Judge is our head coach, so get behind him and no more negative shit, okay? We know it's a nightmare year, but he's going to build it. Believe, that's all.
I believe
that's the only thing you can. I mean, the logic behind it, the way that I'm thinking, yeah. I think this guy gets his own people in here within the next year or two. I think it takes him 2 years. I think next year, that's when the fire starts to everybody. He's going to put the beginning logs on the fire with the Lorenzo Carters and the O'Shane Zimenez's. But next year, he's really going to see who's for him or not. And after that draft, when he starts getting his players in there, watch what I tell you, man. If they keep Joe Judge around and let this guy do what he wants to do, I think we'll be okay. Just to be honest with you.
My Daniel Jones injury update is at 160 views.
Oh, congrats.
That's good.
Pretty good.
Oh, man, keep that up. Hell yeah. But y'all boys, I'm about to hop off. I got work early, but I appreciate you having me on, Pat. Joe, it's always real. Logan, shake your damn head.
Right.
I'll see y'all boys soon, man.
He might need to keep it unshaved so we can get the number 3 pick overall.
If that's the mission, then let's stick with that, man. Grow that shit out.
That's right.
All right, big y'all be safe, man. All right, be safe, man.
All right, fellas, y'all got anything else to say before we call it a night?
Yeah, in private chat.
All right.
Oh my God, this is funny. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. Logan, thank you for tuning in, bro.
Yes, sir.
I think the next one, who's doing the third? You're doing the Thursday night game, Joe?
Yes, sir. I'll be doing the Thursday night.
All right. We got
San Diego Chiefs.
Yep. And we got the Big Ble Krew podcast on Wednesday this week on my channel. So I'm working all week this week. So, but to the next one, Smoke Screen.